You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Hey, I got so many ops.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ops.
so many y'all.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ops.
We both did this. Look at me and Soonie kind of have the same hairstyle today, except I don't have a bandana.
She tried to copy me. Make a long story short.
All I gotta say is we both got our buns right today.
But my bun was looking extra crispity today. I had to put some water and mousse and comb it. I was like, ooh.
Well, thank the Lord, my bun ain't my bun, okay? This came from a horse or some Indian chick over.
She said this came from a horse.
Or some Indian chick abroad. She donated. Thank you, girl, for
Or
the
some
bun.
Asian chick.
No, oh no, this is some Indian shit right here. Asian hair don't go with my hair, okay? What up, everybody?
What's popping, y'all?
I almost said happy Friday, but it's only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Big Booty Judy. What up, girl?
Big booty Judy. What? Big cutie, big booty Judy. Big booty, big cutie, big booty Judy. Stop. I wanna see you move it. Yeah. Big booty Judy. Big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big.
We gotta have these ladies on the show.
Big booty Judy.
We gotta have them. Okay, so we're gonna get into what we're gonna talk about because we have a lot of shit to talk about tonight.
We really do.
A lot. Okay, it is gonna be another fire show from Soonie and Mo. So hit the like button, comment where you're coming from. We need this video to get seen by everybody because I guarantee you we're the only ones saying what we're about to say. What up, George? What up, Christine, Elizabeth, Joey? Hey. Okay. So here's what we're going to talk about, you guys. We're going to talk about the Sound of Freedom movie. Now, initially, I was going to come on here and tell you guys how amazing this movie was, and that was all I was going to rave about and tell you guys to go see it. But there has since been a lot of chatter about this movie, and I'm upset with conservatives. I am almost at the end of my rope with conservatives about what I'm hearing. And the fact that people are just biting the bait, taking the bait. Anyways, we'll talk about that in a second. We're going to talk about Usher disrespecting people's relationships.
Yeah, there's a lot of people coming out against him for his antics on the stage, which I agree. And whoever he's with as a woman, she should check his ass too.
Is he with somebody right now? Is he still with that old chick, that older lady?
I don't know who she is, but I know he's got somebody, and it's disrespectful as shit.
Oh, I wonder what she got to say about it. We're going to talk about Elon Musk. He's having a dick measuring contest. Soonie's going to tell us all about it. What's new? What is he having a dick measuring contest about? The AI?
I totally forgot who he asked. Oh, it was Jack Dorsey.
Oh, from Twitter. About Threads?
About Threads, yes. Oh, not Jack Dorsey. Lizard Man. What's his name?
Oh, you're talking about the Facebook guy. What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, yes.
Yes. We talked about the dick measuring contest with them last week because I brought it up, I think, or maybe I thought I was going to bring it up and I mentioned it at the beginning.
Literally just happened 2 days ago.
What happened? About the fight that they're going to get into?
No, that he was talking about a dick measuring test.
Oh, I was bringing up the fact that they challenged each other to a boxing match.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
They did.
Because it's just stupid. It's stupid. I was going to bring up Elon Musk for that reason, and then just to poke fun at him because I genuinely don't like him as a person. I find him to just be completely immoral. Yeah. I do not like him.
Listen, I don't like either of them, but if there was about to be a fight, my money would be on Zuckerberg for the fight because this dude trains he trains in like martial arts.
Wow.
Yeah. So, he ain't one to mess with. I mean, a fight is different from like who's got the better business plan, but if you could go toe to toe, I'm gonna put my money on
The business plan.
Zuckerberg. You know what I mean? What up, Nick? Okay, and then we're gonna talk about. I think we're gonna tie this subject into the Sound of Freedom movie because it has to do with human trafficking. But we're gonna talk about this 14-year-old girl who allegedly, according to her aunt, was human trafficked to a Marine on the Camp Pendleton base in Oceanside, California.
Mhm.
And your girl Mo's got some insight on this. Okay, I've got some. Not
Gosh.
only is Oceanside like my hometown, okay, but I've been on this base and I've been at the barracks. Y'all are gonna find out why I'm not proud of this story, but I'm gonna talk about it to shed some light. I also tagged this girl's aunt in our post about this live tonight, so maybe she'll show up so we can discuss her because Soonie and I have some stuff to talk about in regards.
You ain't shit.
I'm so messy.
I tagged the aunt.
I tagged that girl. I tagged her.
You
Listen,
ain't shit.
hey, we don't just talk about people. We invite you here to speak
Come
your
on.
side. Come on now. Nobody ever wants to
Come
come though.
Come on over.
Come on over. Come on over. Oh, never
You
mind.
tried it.
I tried.
You
Okay.
tried it.
In addition to other stuff that we're going to bring up as usual, because we always like to bring some extra stuff to the table, we're going to talk about a judge dismissing the lawsuit seeking reparations for the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. He said, nope, not happening.
Mm.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, no. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody called me out.
Eric's rack. Hey. I wasn't. So that's all I care about.
You know what? Listen, this is the way I see it. God puts us in certain situations so that one day we can bring.
God did not put you there. Don't be blaming that on God.
Where's your soundboard at? This is the moment where you're like, bruh.
Listen. You did not just blame your harlot ways on God. No, you didn't.
Well, you know what I mean?
No, you didn't.
Maybe he allowed me to experience that so I could bring that expertise.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Lord. Fix it, Lord.
I
Fix
bring
it,
the
Lord.
expertise to the table. Okay.
He said Jesus was in heaven like, look, this girl's going to be able to witness to somebody one day. So just let me
Witness.
just go ahead and have it. Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
A barracks.
No.
Birdman said.
There you go.
Birdman said it's called a barracks bunny. Dang. Well, at least the name got cuter because barracks rat wasn't very like nice. Bunny I could deal with. Because what?
Halfway.
Is it because we hop from one barracks to another? Y'all just gotta stay tuned if you want to hear this story. If you want to hear the story, don't leave and hit the like button. Hit it. Okay. So let's talk about the Sound of Freedom, shall we?
Let's get into it.
Put in the chat.
People showed up.
Put in the chat if you have seen. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen the Sound of Freedom. And any thoughts that you have on the movie, we'll be popping them up here as we go through it. So this was a box office hit. It actually released on July 4th. That was the opening day. And I thought was really cool about it is Angel Studios, the studio that released this film, still has on their website a link to go see the movie for free. So you can click on the link, you can get up to 2 tickets for free. And just depending on what email address you use, you can go get another 2 tickets for free. So there's a little insider to that. The reason why they're for free is because they really want people to see this movie. And some of the donors to Angel Studios that fund a lot of their productions, like The Chosen is one of them, they have donated money and the money goes towards buying these tickets for people to go. So angelstudios.com is where you go to get your free ticket if you still haven't seen the movie and you want to see it. Well, aside from it being a great movie, it has now created this cloud of controversy around it, because now the left media is portraying there to be some type of QAnon ties. And I've seen plenty of videos now from people showing that theaters have shut off the air conditioning in the theaters. They have done everything they can to sabotage the screenings, according to some of the people on TikTok. Had no problem in my screening. Don't know anybody personally that had any problems. But if you guys had a problem at your screening, please let me know so we can share those. So The Sound of Freedom is a film based on a former government agent pursuit to rescue child trafficking victims. It is a hit at the box office and a darling among right-wing audiences. But it also comes under scrutiny for its numerous ties to QAnon conspiracy. As I stated before, it debuted July 4th and has collected so far $41 million, placing it third at the box office since last weekend, behind bigger films like Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, Insidious, and The Red Door. Haven't even heard of any of those. The film stars Jim Caviezel, and you know him from the movie Passion of the Christ. He played Jesus in that movie. And he's portraying Tim Ballard, who is a former Homeland Security agent and founder of Operation Underground Railroad, which, if you love President Trump was part of Operation Underground Railroad actually coming to life. He met with Tim Ballard when Tim rescued these kids and continues to rescue these kids. And he created a bill, an executive order to combat human trafficking and online child exploitation. And the Operation Underground Railroad was part of that. So in the movie, Tim's character, played by Jim, conducts a sting operation to rescue children from sex traffickers. It's a whole crazy story surrounding two children, a brother and a sister. And I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but it was quite emotional to watch. It was emotional for me to watch, not because I didn't know that this stuff was going on, but because it really puts into perspective how easily stuff like this can really happen. While this movie takes place in another country, for me, the story that I walked away with is watch your children, right? That's what I took away from it. Parents, watch your children. I didn't walk away from this movie going, I need to donate to this. I need to give money to this, right? So part of that is, part of the reason why I mentioned that is because there are people on the right now coming out and saying that Tim, the actual guy that this movie is based off of, is not who he seems to be. They are saying that he is tied to the Freemasons. He's tied to the cabal. He's tied to these evil organizations. The movie's producer, Carlos Slim, who is a billionaire Mexican businessman, is tied to donating money to the Clinton campaign and all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. Needless to say, this is why we shouldn't trust it. And this is why we shouldn't be promoting this movie, because the people that made it are tied to all these evil things, right? So I have literally watched, I'm sorry, Soonie, to be doing all the talking, but I've really got to set this up, okay? I have watched pretty much everything there is to watch as far as interviews regarding this movie. I have watched the opposition's commentary on this movie, and I am disgusted at what I'm seeing. Okay. And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek here at what I'm seeing so that you guys can understand, because some of you guys may not even know what I'm talking about. And you may be going, I've seen nothing but great things about this movie. Well, unfortunately, that's not what's happening out there. I had a video here. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Give me just a second. So first is this post by a gentleman named Ian Smith. If you guys don't know Ian Smith is the guy that kept his gym open. I believe he's in New York during the COVID lockdowns. This is how he became popular. He was the guy that they were going to shut down his gym, or they told all the businesses to shut down during COVID. And he was like, no, I'm going to keep my gym open. And everybody, all conservatives loved him because he was like a hero, right? He was like the pioneer for keeping your businesses open during COVID. So he comes up with this random post, a guy who runs a gym and apparently has a lot of time to do a lot of research, or maybe he just belongs to some Telegram pages and he's reposting this. So he says, let me begin by saying I genuinely do not give a F who this post offends. I'm not here to coddle the intellectually lazy right because they fell for the next feel-good dopamine hit of freedom. Everyone rushed to post the sound of freedom, the right's equivalent of the BLM black square. You've done your part now. Hashtag save the children, open your wallets, and all that good shit, I guess. Let's start with a simple premise that the right holds. Hollywood is controlled by pedophiles and works closely with the elite ruling class of politicians, media, and other big businesses. Okay. Oops, sorry. That's the wrong post. Then he says, you're going to tell me that these evil elites we all despise, who control the entire Hollywood apparatus, just let this bombshell of a movie exposing child trafficking slide into every theater in the country and become the #1 movie? Right. Got it. Moving on. Enter the Carlos Slim family. That's the producer. Carlos Slim, one of the wealthiest men in the world, Mexico's wealthiest man, coming in at a net worth of over $95 billion. Slim's son co-chaired the WEF Latin America in 2015. Slim donates millions to the Clinton Foundation individually through his companies and associates. And then he goes on to list all those figures there. Those figures were also quietly edited to hide how much he has actually contributed. He is in good company with his peers who donate to the Clinton Foundation, Bill Gates being one of them. Slim has also worked with Bill Clinton personally, and Bill has praised Slim publicly. Slim was part of a $20 million fund for Haiti, a $50 million fund for Peru, yada, yada, yada. Let's remember what Clinton Foundation is responsible for in Haiti, okay? Slim's company in Mobiliaria is also the largest investor of the New York Times, another champion of the Clinton Foundation. Okay. So the reason why I bring this up is because I find it incredibly interesting, right? That this guy did all this research and doesn't post where he found these figures, because to do this amount of digging into somebody's financials and all this other stuff, it takes a lot of time, right? This movie just came out July 4th. So you have been planning this big release of information, right? He's not the only one. There are other people doing almost the exact same thing, almost cut and paste. Soonie put me onto this page and they all had the same talking points. They were using the same wording. And it seems very interesting to me. I'm thinking in my head, this is a movie to end child trafficking. What could be bad about that message? Let's just pretend for a second that Tim is the devil, right? Tim is the devil. Here's Soonie's putting up the other page. Does that take away from the message? And if being the devil means you're going to expose evil, then I guess I'm with the devil. There's not, like, I can't see the negative in leaving all this other bullshit that these people are trying to talk about aside and focus on what the message of this movie is. And then I can't help to think, what do the people that want to discredit this movie have to gain from doing this? What do they have to gain? Does it help the kids that they do this? No. Does it hurt Tim that they do this? Yeah, but who cares? Nobody cared about Tim before. I don't see Tim out there trying to be the hero. He's trying to push this movie, right? I just don't understand what we are doing as conservatives, how desperate we are on the right for something shiny and sparkly and conspiracy theory like, that we are literally trying to take away from the message of our children are in danger. In this movie, you learn that the United States is the #1 consumer of child trafficking. Why is that? What is going on in the United States that we're so mentally disturbed that we want to go have sex with children? LGBTQ agenda? Anybody? They're trying to mentally confuse everybody so that you become sick in the head. And then when you don't know what to do anymore and you're not ready to kill yourself, you think, how do I regain my innocence? Oh, I got it. I'll go fuck a kid. That's what I'll do. And that will make me feel better. That will make me feel like I'm grabbing my innocence back. It is disgusting to me what people are talking about in regards to this. And P.S., and this is all I'm going to say, and then I'm going to give it to Soonie. If y'all want to look at figures where money's coming in and out of, pictures that people take with one another, let me bring up a picture for you. Okay? Let me bring up a picture for you to remind you of how y'all like to pick and choose the shit you like to get outraged about. Remember this picture? You remember when people brought this shit up? And would it conserve? Oh, a picture doesn't prove anything. Oh, he was just getting close to them to infiltrate them. Oh, you mean like Tim Ballard did? He pretended to be a child sex trafficker to get in with the child sex traffickers so that he could bust the child sex traffickers. Yeah. And that's what Trump's doing. He's draining the swamp. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Get real with yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Soonie, I just had my rant.
I don't need to say anything. We had a brief discussion about this behind the scenes. Conservatives and Republicans don't know how to think without Trump. They don't know which way is up. They don't know who to trust unless someone is telling them this person is okay. So for this side to constantly talk about how we need to protect the children, to publicly come out and try to ridicule a movie that's highlighting that, I find that to be controlled opposition.
Yep.
Anyone who's come out with these canned responses are being paid. We did a show where we had Bryson on, and he gave us a sneak peek as to some of the packages that he gets. Sometimes we get these things in our DMs when a story comes from nowhere and someone's asking you to post it, or like, can you tell me what you think about this? For everyone on this side to be coming out against this movie, it's just weird. It's weird. And I think you should leave that picture up, to be quite frank. I think you should leave that picture up and allow people to sit there and observe it and ask them, why was it okay for Trump to be with these people?
Right.
I was one of those people that was just like, what does the picture mean? But I'm also one of those people that's not out here going after a movie that's highlighting what claims to be, or that's highlighting what we claim to be very important to this side.
Mm-hmm.
I think you covered it all. People are inconsistent. People are doing things that are going to get them views. They're doing things that are going to keep them followers. I think a lot of people, and I'm going to say this, I think a lot of people are conspiracy theorists and they don't know how to differentiate truth from conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I'll blame Trump for this, I'm going to come in and drain the swamp. This is going on. That's going on. People got showed so much. It was like a sensory overload. And now there's corruption everywhere. If you're associated with this, there's corruption. I'm associated with Bryson and I get people coming to me, like, you don't believe in the Trinity. Like, what are you talking about? Actually, I do.
Right.
Just because we're associated doesn't mean that we have the exact same views.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at this. We're in an industry where you're going to bump into these people. You are.
Yeah.
And you're also in an industry where you do want to change things as far as the culture war goes. So rubbing elbows with those people comes with the job.
Yeah.
If you want things to stay the same, then cool. Remain at your level of peon status and don't ever go up there with those people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we do a good enough job of highlighting the light money in politics. All we do is talk about dark money and all the corruption, but we don't highlight the rich people who are actually, Liddell's one of them. He put together a whole framework of a media company and he's putting money into it. That's light money. And this is somebody who's involved in Collin County. He's involved with the Republicans out there. but we don't highlight those people. So I agree
Well,
with everything you said.
And you know what? Speaking of Liddell, I mean, Liddell gave money to Brian Hawkins at one point. Does that mean Liddell's okay with a man, allegedly mistreating children? Does that mean Liddell is now the devil? No.
Yeah.
I mean, one way or another, you guys, we're all tied to somebody who has made poor choices. Now, I'm not making an excuse because I don't know this guy. I don't even care. Okay. I don't care. The movie and the message was great. Okay. Stop doing the same thing that the left does. You're participating in the same thing that the left does when they try to character assassinate somebody. Right? Instead, I was just having Soonie watch a live that Chad Jackson posted on his YouTube today. He was talking about this exact same thing. And you know what he was talking about? The right and how much we like to character assassinate people. And we hate when the left does it, but we do it all the time. We do it all the time. And what are we doing it for?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Go ahead.
I saw a major, page, for instance, post that Tim Ballard, the guy that this movie is about, was at one point trained by Harley Pasternak, who is the Jewish fitness trainer to the stars that Kanye West, said was part of indoctrinating and like drugging people and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Soonie brought up a great point. Yes, he has Tim's picture up on his website. Yes, he probably trained him. But let's not forget, Tim was a pretty, regular guy up until he started to become popular for the Operation Underground. He got a little money. Harley Pasternak probably reached out to him to train him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that. Okay. And then he kept him up on his website because, hey, notoriety, right?
Yep.
He still has Kanye West on his website and Kanye West doesn't even like him. And he spoke out against him. So what does that freaking prove?
What does it prove? It doesn't prove much of anything. It just proves what fam said here today. And it's not even just Ian, right? People who say there's something big coming, wait on it. What is it? Hold the line, Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anything at the end of the tunnel. I'm just telling you that now. It doesn't exist. It's an attempt to keep you on by a string. No different than what politicians do 24/7. What listen. It's crazy town. I'm glad this is being talked about, and I'm glad there are people coming out and discussing this and not being afraid to call conservatives out. We do a very piss poor job of showing up. That's just my opinion. In moments that we can actually show up and make a change and possibly go viral for something different than Candace calling Juneteenth ghetto or Candace flip-flopping on IVF, because this is what we're going viral for. We're going viral for dumb stuff. We're not going viral for actually being objective in our opinions.
Right.
Fumble the ball again. This is a moment, and it's fumbled.
Yeah. It sure is.
Who's going to take child human trafficking serious now? Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's now being touted as a Q conspiracy theory. And then you have conspiracy theories, which are Q-tards, because I'm convinced Ian is a Q-tard. And I'm going to say it. I'm convinced Lindy Kennedy is a fucking Q-tard because they talk like Q-tards.
Mm-hmm.
So not only is the media coming out saying these are Q-tards, but now you're reinforcing the whole Q-tard status. Come on.
Yeah. Let me go to Ian's page just a second, just to see. Oh, did I like that post? Hell no. Hell no.
Look, people talking about France. What does France have to do with anything?
Yeah.
What the heck is happening with France?
Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of random
porn.
stuff on here. It's fear porn for sure. I don't know. I mean, just you guys, here's the rule of thumb I've now gotten to is whenever you start to get into a state of confusion because you listen to a bunch of idols that you worship, okay? And I'm just going to say this, I'm not saying these people are bad people. I'm just saying they oftentimes either have the same opinion because they follow what everybody says. So the people that I was just talking about that are all posting the same rhetoric about this movie is an example. Then you have news outlets like Fox News, you know, MSNBC, CNN, all of them, right? Then you have Candace, you have all the popular influencers, the Daily Wire people, the Ben Shapiro's, the guy who cried over this movie like a baby, David J. Harris, right? He's perpetuating the fear too. If you go look at his page, he's pushing the fear as well. Okay. I'm going to say one last conspiracy theory that this whole phenomenon of this movie has created is what they're saying is why would they be doing this, right? Why would they be wanting to show us what they're doing if they're the bad guys? Why would they want to expose themselves? Do you need to say something?
I wanted to like kind of go deeper into what you just said. Like, why is this happening?
Mm-hmm.
These people are presupposing that every liberal media faction is evil, or they're presupposing that anyone who is liberal and votes for Democrat is evil, and they might not be on board with saving children. Listen, that was the only point I wanted to make. They're presupposing that everyone is evil if they fall on this side. Like, they can't possibly want this movie out because they also want to highlight child trafficking. The only people who care about child trafficking are Republicans and conservatives. That's what I heard.
Right. And I guarantee you, pay attention. Now, not so much Candace because she doesn't come out with merch, but pay attention to the people who come out with a t-shirt about child trafficking because they too want to profit off of child trafficking. Let me tell you something, guys. I know me and Soonie sometimes have some really harsh takes on shit and they could be a little edgy, but we're one of the few that really speaks the truth regardless of like the backlash that we're going to get for it. I could probably like on one hand count the amount of people that really give a shit what anybody thinks of them when they're putting together content for their show. And we're one of those people or two of those people. Okay. Anyways, going back to what the conspiracy theory is they are saying the reason why the evil people would expose what they're actually doing is, number one, it's part of their religion and they have to expose it to absolve themselves of the sin, if you can believe that one. Okay. But also because soon enough, they're going to create the solution to the panic and fear that this movie is putting into people. And that solution is tracking devices for your children. So they're going to convince you that your child is going to be taken away from you and trafficked, right? And now they're going to offer you the solution of inserting a chip inside your child so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay. I'm going to give you a heads up. You're fucking stupid. And I apologize for saying it this way, but you're fucking stupid if you allow any movie to get you to put a tracking device inside your child's body.
Yep.
Okay. FYI, if you have an Apple phone, there's this little thing called Find My iPhone. Okay. There's also Life 360. Okay. You can track your child there. Oh, but Monique, they could turn that off. So can child traffickers. So shut the fuck up. Like, don't even come to me with this. Oh God, how am I going to make sure just listen. Don't assume your child is safe all the time. Go with them, supervise them, know where they're at, know who they're with. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is be a present parent. Okay. In this movie, these two kids get taken because their dad drops them off at a modeling casting call and they tell him, oh, just come back at 7:00 and they'll be ready. And then he comes back and they're gone. Okay. Bad on him for doing that. Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
That's the only message you need to take away from this movie. Don't be dumb. Okay. Also, make sure your kids look presentable. Because you know who child traffickers and people who abduct children go after? The children who don't look well taken care of. The children who seem to come from broken homes. The number one place for them to find that out is daycares. Do you know how many daycare centers bad people work in? And they keep an eye out for those kids that come with messy hair. They don't look like they've been bathed. Okay. The parents late picking them up. That's the type of stuff you need to be concerned about, not inserting a chip in your child. Okay, so miss me with this all conspiracy theory that this movie is going to create a problem, which is then going to create an opportunity for them to give a solution, because that's what the left does. They create problems to then create a solution. That's your fault that works every time, because y'all fall for it. That's all I'm going to say.
He said that's your fault.
That's your fault.
Tito says, why did it take 5 years to come out? Who knows? But I think
I can answer that.
Why did it take 5 years to come out?
Well, let me tell you, 3 years is the average time for a movie of any type to come out. I know this because I've been in several movies. Titanic was in the making for 8 years before it came out. Now, there was no reason other than the fact that it was a huge production and it took a lot of money and a lot of time to make that movie. 12 Mighty Orphans, a much smaller production that my daughter was in, that took 2 years to come out. So in the movie, they actually explain at the end of the movie that they faced a lot of obstacles when it came to releasing this movie because Fox owned the rights to this movie, and then they sold it to Disney, and then Disney didn't want to release the movie, and they had a hard time with anybody picking it up. So that's when Angel Studios came into play, and they said, well, we're gonna fundraise this movie and fund it before it even comes out. And that's what they did.
Disney owned the rights to the movie and wouldn't show it. I mean, I just don't see what significance that has. I don't see why that's important. I don't really see why that's a question. I don't see why any of these things are being talked about. Why can't we just talk about there being an awesome movie that highlights child trafficking? Let's support it. Like, what does any of this other stuff really matter? What does it matter if it's calling attention to it and it's a good movie? Now, people are going to say, well, you got upset about the flag. The flag in child trafficking is two different things. The pride flag. Okay. A pride flag being flown on a Christian set is not even comparable to what we're discussing now, because we're talking about children being trafficked. That is something that we all can agree with. Now, Angel Studios doing it, whatever. Fine, they put it out. But anything outside of that, I don't see why it fucking matters. We're completely distracting and deflecting from what truly matters, which is save the children. Yeah. Save the children. Please. I really just want for our side to do something else besides bitch. Because that's all people do over here. Complain about the liberals, complain about being called racist, complain about inflation, complain about all these things. But there's never any action to go to do something. Like, do something, please.
And Jacqueline asked,
start thinking for ourselves.
Jacqueline just asked, real question, what are we going to do about it? We've known for years about human trafficking. Well, what I just said. I just brought up examples of individually what you can do as a parent, or if you're not a parent, tell other people that are parents, hey, you should go see this movie. You should be a little bit more aware. I would also say the stuff that's going on in schools right now with pushing sexuality and LGBTQ agenda. Again, this is all linked to this in one way or another. And I'm going to show you a video really quick that I posted on my page, and it is actually Tim Ballard talking, and I want you to hear the correlation between Marxism and what you see going on with human trafficking. Okay, this is a very, very excellent video that I found. It was in an interview that I watched, and we'll put it up here.
This was a political platform. This is a political party. And what I started recognizing is I named them I call it the pedophile network doctrines. Okay. It's what, like, they include things like separate children from parents because parents are a bad influence. The state knows best. Sexualize kids. Let them see pornography. 2.
Karl Marx.
3, take God out of education because that just gets in the way. And kids consent. Children can consent to anything. At 12 years old, they should be able to vote. They should be able to do anything. Now, what am I saying here? my stomach is getting sick as I'm reading this. I read this every day. It's the woke left agenda. I'm not saying that they're colluding or talking. It doesn't matter. It's the same dark source. And they are pedophiles are sitting back right now going, we've been pushing this agenda for decades. And now we don't have to push anymore because the left is taking care of it for us in America. In America. And this whole trans voice on children. You know, again, I'm libertarian. Adults, do what you want. I'll fight for your right to do whatever you want. Okay, in terms of adult. I'm talking about children. Yeah. And what they're saying is children can consent to having their bodies filled with a chemical that will destroy the reproductive system. They can consent to ripping apart their genitalia. Like, this is insanity. Why? In and of itself, it's horrible. But what it's going to lead to is what the pedophiles have been asking for. If you can consent to that, guess what? What's more fluid than gender? Age. I adopted temperature.
There you go.
I mean, look.
Read between the lines, people.
When you say that, people get offended. When you start talking about the LGBTQ being very extremely closely associated with pedophilia, like extremely close. Okay, you can go look up the data on this. I think I've even posted it a few times. It's actually disgusting how many LGBTQ people molest and rape children.
Mm-hmm.
It happens in the church. But you know, you can't say that because then you are generalizing an entire community, which I feel this community should be generalized because there's more bad than good that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the white community. It's not the black community. It's not the Mexican communities where there's a huge conglomerate of people that are actually law-abiding citizens that are getting a bad rep for what's constantly put on TV. These people are fucking vile. Their lifestyle is vile. Everything they do goes against humanity. It's against God, period. And we're afraid to say that on here. We're afraid to say that in politics. You have influencers that are afraid to say it. You have people that are being blackballed because they've come out and say it. But it's true. It's fucking true, dude.
Yeah. And just remind me, because we want to just keep it, you know, consistent here. Who supports Trump the most? Well, not the most, but they've been at quite a few fundraisers at Mar-a-Lago, and they're tied to the LGBTQ community. That would be the log cabin Republicans, right? So here we go again with the connections. Are we gonna start threading together all those pieces too, people?
No.
Well, we're trying
keep
to
that separate.
We gotta keep
these
it separate.
People, they have the same ideals as we do.
Listen,
all right, they want to help fight for our First Amendment right. You ever heard that canned response from all these people? I want you to have your First Amendment right. I want you to have your religious beliefs until it cuts me too deep, because I'm telling you, you might be on your way to hell according to scripture.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Tito says, what about closing the borders? Set strong laws to lock away pedophiles or making it #1 crisis to humanity. Yes, I agree. That's why Trump was trying to close the borders. People, Tim does another interview talking about that and really explaining to people what the walls were actually doing is they were funneling these child traffickers and the children that were with them into one spot. Now, because it's open, they're spread all over the place. Okay. But that doesn't 100% stop it, because we're still not addressing what the root cause of people in the United States being the main consumers of it, which is why they want to bring them over. Okay. So we do need to talk more than just the trafficking itself. We need to address the root issue of why we are so sick in the head in America that we do this.
Right. That's once again deflecting the blame. Oh, it's the border. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was 67,000 sexual assaults in this country. 67,000 sexual assaults in this country aimed towards children. 1,000 of those were child pornography cases that have been convicted. America has a perversion issue. America and its citizens are vile.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with influence from another country. I'm sorry. This is an American problem, and it's happening in other countries, but we need to take ownership for our shit. Our states look crappy because we are lazy at the polls. We are lazy with thought. We want someone else to do the work. You would rather vote for someone who makes you feel good rather than voting for someone who's going to get the job done. There's a lot of issues that we face in America.
Right. We're
And
godless.
we keep passing the buck off to the state, bro. Like, get involved in the state. Get involved in lobbying. There is light money out there. And there are people waiting to put dollars behind you if you can give them a return on their profit. No one's going to invest in you if you have absolutely nothing to show for it. But we just do a lot of complaining, bro. And I'm tired. This is one of the main reasons why I'm not interested in coming back home. And so many people who are overseas that are military, bro, we are not interested in coming back home. That's a sad reality for Americans to not want to go home. And I love being in the States, but I've got children. Okay.
It's scary.
And I'm crazy because I'll go to jail for mine. I will go to jail for mine. No questions asked. People are fucking psycho and lazy. Get up, stop being emotional, and do something. Please.
Yeah.
If you're parents, get involved. Pay attention to your children. Make sure you know what they're watching. Make sure you know what's going on with their social medias. Get nosy. You need to be all up in their mix. There ain't no secrets here. You don't lock no motherfucking doors. You ain't paying no goddamn bills. I ask you something, I better get the truth. If not, we're going to have problems. We need to start being parents again and not friends, because we're not friends, bro. I'm not your buddy. I don't want to sit here and chit chat with you.
Stop being afraid, people.
Just to talk about the state once again, California Assembly Committee blocks a bill that could have sent human traffickers of kids to prison for life. Now, me personally, given how people don't do their research, I'm going to read the bill. I didn't have a chance to read it because I just found out about it. I really paid attention to it right before the show. But I'm going to read the bill because I want to see why it was actually blocked. Like I said before, I don't believe every Democrat. Exactly. Just like it's not cut and dry when we have legislation passing through that's heavily Republican.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say that every liberal in California is okay with child sex trafficking or they're all there fighting for kids to be harmed. I can't say that. I don't think that's an honest, realistic discussion. What was actually in the bill? Was this a small portion and the rest of it was bullshit? Or like, what is it? Because we know that pork comes in bills all the time. And they get blocked.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I'm going to be looking into. So pay attention to my postings. I'm going to read it after this show.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about on the case of human trafficking.
Oh God.
Are you able to pull up the aunt's YouTube, or do you want me to pull up? I think you sent me.
I have her TikTok.
Yeah, her TikTok. Sorry, not her YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this Marine who was caught with a 14-year-old girl in the barracks at Camp Pendleton. This is in California. Okay. He has since been released from custody, by the way, FYI. And Soonie's going to provide some insight from the aspect of like a military wife whose husband is in the military, and you really know the ins and outs of how the military works and all this other stuff. I'm going to provide the insight of the type of girl that used to be trolling through the barracks. I wasn't trolling. I actually had a boyfriend who was a Marine, but he lived in the barracks and at Camp Pendleton in Oceanside. And I used to go for the weekend. He would bring me on base, which you can bring somebody on base very easily as long as they're with a military member. And we would just be like, oh, we're going to go hang out, or we're going to go to the beach on base, or we're going to go ride horses, whatever. Right. I just wouldn't leave. I would just go stay in the barracks. I would sleep there over the weekend. If, one of the officers was going to come in, then I would just hide. Sometimes they would do room checks. I would go to another person's barrack to hide while they were checking the other person's room. I mean, listen, and I wasn't the only one. There were tons of girls like that. Now, there were also girls that were known as barracks rats, and those are the girls that just hang out at the barracks, and they basically trick themselves out to the Marines, right? So there's a lot of that going on. Okay, so go ahead.
Sorry.
Just like to
Damn, sorry.
We're gonna play that in a second. So this is the aunt talking. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read the article just talking about how this guy has since been released, but it'll talk about the story. So, a Marine has been released from custody and back to his command after being held for questioning when authorities found a 14-year-old girl in the barracks of a California base. Investigators said they found the girl late last month and they believe she ran away from her grandparents' home earlier in June. Jeff Houston, Division Chief of Media and Congressional Affairs with Naval Criminal Investigations, a military law enforcement agency, confirmed the news of the Marine's release today. Houston said no charges have been filed and no arrests have been made at this time. The 14-year-old girl's grandmother reported her missing 4 days after her initial disappearance, which was June 9th. Okay. David Ledoux, Media Relations Director, stated that the girl had run away from home several times before, but she always came back pretty quickly. The girl's information was entered into multiple missing person databases, including the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. She was found June 28th by military police at the Marine Corps base Camp Pendleton in Oceanside. Neither the girl nor the Marine have been publicly identified. Okay. Now, her aunt, which Soonie is about to pull up right now, quickly took to social media to make a video. And here it is.
Preface this video, I did not kill myself. If I go missing or end up murdered, the people potentially responsible could possibly be located here at Camp Pendleton. Hello, my name is Cassandra Perez. Please share this video with anybody and everybody. This is a warning to the public. To not jeopardize the ongoing investigation, I will not be releasing the name of the victim. However, I will be releasing details to the public to help prevent harm and hopefully find others willing to share their story. My niece is under the age of 18 and has learning disabilities. On June 10th, she went missing, and on June 27th, she was found on Camp Pendleton. Camp Pendleton is a military base in Oceanside, San Diego. She was found in the barracks by military police. She had been sold to a soldier for sex. The military.
By who?
And what evidence do you have? What evidence do you have of this?
And how they know she was at the barracks? Okay.
Cover it up. They're trying to cover it up and place majority of the blame on her. However, the reality is the whole facility allowed this to happen.
What?
The security looked her in the face and allowed this man to bring a minor onto base.
Bitch, why are you reading? Why are you reading? This is your niece.
Right.
Listen, I've got nieces and nephews. I'm not reading off no paper. And I'm supposed to say this, that, and the third. And no. And number one, a base is not a fucking facility, ma'am. It's not a facility. Okay. And if there is a child who just might look underage, you know what usually happens? That's their kid. So they let you on base and there is no checking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my children go on and off base every day. Have you ever heard them ask, who are these kids?
No, and I've been on the phone with you.
I mean, anybody who's a spouse.
They don't even
Unless
ask
there's
where
an
you're
adult
going.
in the car, do they ask, where are you going with these people? No, they don't. So how the crap is Pendleton responsible for your niece ending up on a base? Now, how did she get there? And how did y'all know she was there? How, Sway? And who sold her little ass?
Right. And you know what? I'm about to piss people off because I'm about to say, are we sure she was child trafficked? Because I still have yet to see the evidence of trafficking, number one. And number two, she has a history of running away. She's 14 years old. Hell, if I was 14 years old and caught in the barracks, I'd be talking about, yeah, I was child trafficked just to not get in trouble. I'm not saying that the Marine wasn't wrong, okay, for this. She's 14 years old. That's a problem. I'm not saying that the military is not trying their darndest to, get the heat off of them, in this situation, because they're known for that, Soonie said. But I'm just saying Isn't it interesting that she uses the oh so viral word of child trafficking? And here she is looking mighty LGBTQ. Just play the rest of the video before I get us arrested, okay?
Where he then proceeded to have sex with her. Due to her age, she could not have given this consent. We've just had an interview with someone referred to us by the military. In this meeting, we were told by the affiliated personnel that the military detective assigned to the case is trying to cover this up. As you can imagine, this is upsetting and absolutely.
I'm going to rewind that back for y'all, okay? I need y'all to listen to this part. Listen to this.
We've just had an interview with someone referred to us by the military. In this meeting, we were told by the affiliated personnel that the military detective assigned to the case is trying to cover this up.
Okay.
As you can imagine, this is upsetting and absolutely unacceptable. I have the lead detective's name and phone number and will be releasing it to the public pending confirmation from our attorney. Our hope in doing so is to both bring attention to my niece's case and to ensure that this does not go away upon release of more details.
So
we
by
hope you will
doxing.
join us in calling and demanding both release of details as well as the pursuit of justice.
Oh, we're okay with mob rule here.
Our family is worried about retaliation from the military and the man that has trafficked my niece. We believe they could be working together and covering this up, and that the military is only trying to protect their property.
Dude, play the one where she's like, I'll be releasing, you know, people just need to subscribe to my TikTok.
I got you. You got to watch the end of this, though.
Okay.
Some of my family is scared, but I'm not. I'm aware that the military and the sex traffickers know where we live.
What are you talking about?
What?
Sex traffickers where? What? Listen, you ain't even got no information. You were just complaining about them not being transparent. So
right.
What? Like, listen, bro. Man,
she's basically
shit. I'm sorry. I'm calling cap on this shit.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
She's saying, she said at the beginning, if I come up missing, just know, and she put Cap Pendleton. I was like, Soonie, I said, her high cholesterol gonna kill her before anybody else does. Okay. Let me tell you something. This, and then she's got a GoFundMe set up already. Okay. This has, it don't smell right all over it. Okay. Your niece is a little hot pants. Okay. Who likes to run around in the barracks. We get it. Okay. And y'all, whatever, y'all trying to make money off of it. Y'all trying to be, you know, up your subscribers to your social media. I get it. I looked all over her shit. She didn't post this niece anywhere on her stuff. So for being an aunt that loves her niece.
I'm trying to find that.
Because they've been hiding stuff. The amount of women that have come forward to share.
This is so hard. It happened in space.
Could you read?
What happened?
The amount of women that have come forward. What?
So it is not a secret, and I'll bring us back on the screen. It's not a secret that the military has a culture of rape. It's not. Sexual assault and sexual harassment is fucking rampant. It's rampant. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not. Child trafficking is rampant. Child pornography is rampant. It is very much so embedded into the fabric of our defense system. Okay? Just so people, I'm being honest about it. I'm not going to hide that. Fort Hood has been known for this shit. You have bases in Army bases. I think it's Fort Hamilton, whatever it was. I can't remember. But these bases are known for these certain things. There was a situation years ago with a young girl who was doing a tour in Iraq. She came home dead, raped, mutilated, evidence destroyed. I've read through the entire case, right? So yes, this does happen. But this lady is being extremely deceptive. All of her tactics resort back to her social media. There is no other family in the picture. She's not really talking to media. Everything she's done is been for attention. She has she's created several, what do you call them? GoFundMes. They have several donation campaigns going on, and we have very limited information. So my question is, what person in their right mind would give money to a situation where they don't have an accurate story? And what person in their right mind would feel comfortable asking for funds with giving very limited information?
Right.
You're not even giving people an I don't know, a sneak peek of what they need to know to want to help you. It's just the details will come later, and we still ain't got no details.
And funds for what exactly? Because I mean, what if it's a case that you're wanting to bring against them? I'm sure child trafficking people will jump at the bit for this. What are you raising money for? An attorney will do this pro bono. If you have all the evidence in the world, there will be an attorney to be all over this, no problem. Okay, because he gonna make bank on a case like this. But funny that they released the Marine. Funny that the girl hasn't spoken. I mean, granted, she's a minor, but no charges have been filed.
We'll have to see. This is probably a story we should
Keep an
follow.
eye on.
I think this is it.
That I cannot release this yet.
So I know it's hard to
what
hear.
happened?
Her recording method is difficult. So
Like, how did she wind up at Camp Pendleton?
she's asking her, how did she wind up at Camp Pendleton? That's what the interview is asking her. And this is the auntie responding.
That I cannot release this yet.
That I cannot release just yet.
Why not? I thought you said she
Ma'am,
was trafficked.
You
Hold on,
just said she was trafficked.
yeah.
So you already gave the detail about how she ended up there.
Yes.
This is what I mean. I'm done talking about this fat broad. I'm done. You are lying. You just got caught in a bold-faced lie in real time.
Yep.
I thought she was trafficked.
Mhm.
Now you don't want to give the details.
Yeah.
Okay. I have nothing else. And she looks like a raging dyke. Just gonna say it. And yes,
Well-
that is very much so a derogatory word.
And we're not just profiling her. She actually is. Okay. I went through her other social medias and she is very gay. Okay.
Very gay.
Very gay.
Very gay.
I mean,
you guys
because-
want to laugh?
Yeah.
Want to laugh?
Let's
We
laugh.
need a
Do
light
something
topic.
funny. Do something funny. Give us a break.
Do you know who light skinned Keisha is?
I didn't know who she was. No, but you sent me. Soonie be sending me some videos, and I'm just like, who is this?
So I came across this video of light skinned Keisha and her boyfriend discussing cheating. And I thought it was pretty funny to see his response. Now, he's a bitch, so just beware. This is a spoiler alert.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
Go for what? No, let's talk about it. Put it out on the table.
You're not
Go for
gonna
what?
leave me if I cheat on you.
You're stupid.
You not. You
You're
not leaving.
stupid.
You not leaving
You're
me if I cheat on you.
stupid.
You not.
You're stupid.
not leaving
You're
me.
crazy.
I've been with you so long.
Okay, try it. Try it. We'll see.
You not leaving me if I cheat on you.
You're crazy. You want to cheat on me?
You're not.
Okay. So this
She
is
said
the
what?
initial response of her being of him, her and him having a discussion about cheating.
Uh-huh.
Which I was like, okay, they're talking about cheating. But it was the next video that he put out that really just sent me over the freaking edge. He then came out and said, I wouldn't cheat on her anyway because she's strong as fuck and I'm little. And I'm like, hold on. I'm so serious. He got on live. Okay? Live. You didn't do it in the interview, bro. You got on live and sold yourself out. Said that she was too big for you to even be doing that. Two, because she might fuck you up. So not because you love her and you don't want to cheat on her.
You're scared
I
of
don't want
her.
you to beat me up.
Oh man.
I was like, whoa. Hold on, y'all. I'm not even playing, bro. Not even playing. I feel bad for him. He's stuck. He need to blink twice so we can get him out the sunken place.
I get paid. You see what I'm saying? That podcast, me and Keisha get paid to do that podcast. We were having a discussion That don't mean nothing. That podcast, that shit old. I said that shit goddamn 2-3 almost a month ago. That's the oldest. And I asked her a question. She answered the question. She said she's not going for it. Everybody knows Keisha's a real raw. She's not going for it. Keisha bigger than me. You think I'm finna fight with Keisha? Let's be real. Keisha is bigger than me. Keisha punched me one time. I'm a skinny, but I'm not fighting with that girl, bro. I ain't finna cheat on that girl, but that girl might knock me out. So to avoid damage to myself, how about I just do right? How about that?
Avoid damage.
I just do right. I don't even have no problems. So just for me to just keep everything smooth, I just keep it real smooth. I don't do no cheating. I don't play with my girl like that.
He said to avoid damage.
Do you hear this man?
Dude,
he's not going to cheat because he's afraid his woman is going to beat his ass. That is bro. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was like, is she like whooping his butt? Is that why he's afraid of her?
well, I mean, who's to know, but he said something very I hope people caught it. He said, we do a podcast, we get paid to do the podcast, which means they make money out the podcast. And how do podcasts make money? Clicks and views and shares and all the stuff that we're doing right now. So who's to say the whole discussion to begin with wasn't like, hey, Keisha, we go get in this conversation about me cheating on you and you go back and forth with me. And that happens, you guys. Like, it's very planned out. Like,
nah, look at her face. She said, try it if you want to, bitch. Look at her face. She said, you stupid.
but he is stupid. I mean, why'd you go get a girl like Keisha?
Listen, bro. She gonna fuck his shit up. He was over there scared.
Wow. Men, don't let your women hit on you. Don't let them beat on you.
Hot mess. It was a hot mess.
Dang. Red, you're gonna have to go back and listen to the first topic, man. We went off.
Red Bull is sending me some stuff too.
Has anybody, we forgot to say that we were going to talk about Brian Hawkins. Has anybody sent you the Brian Hawkins live where he said he ain't got no charges? He got the charges dropped?
He definitely got on live telling lies. So since we are a news media affiliate, listen, Pastor Brian has not had his charges dropped. The original severe charges were dropped. The more severe charges were not dropped, they were downgraded. So I guess you can say dropped, but he is still facing a misdemeanor charge for child endangerment. So no, his charges did not disappear. No, this does not mean he's guilty. It also doesn't mean he's innocent. It means that he's got a court date on the 17th of August, if I'm not mistaken, or is it July?
I think it's August. In July, was it June? No, I'm sorry, June 18th. FYI, if you live in Riverside County or San Jacinto County, June 18th, the city council is going to be meeting regarding his position on the city council, and they're going to be speaking on the issue, and they encourage the public to attend. So if you live in that area or you know somebody who lives in that area, share that information with them so that they show up and speak their mind. But I find it, we're going to talk very little about this because we have not seen this actual live. Soonie was told about it, that he did a live and he said on the live that the charges were dropped. So he's being a little deceptive if that's what he's saying. But we don't know that's what he said. That's how it was relayed to us, but that could be completely inaccurate.
Yeah, folks play telephone for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Playing telephone.
Yeah. So there's been no
but
changes.
It ain't far-fetched. I'm going to say that. I could definitely see him saying it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people like really bothered by the fact that he has not come out and spoken. I mean, again, I didn't see this live that he did. I think he did a live with Mitch. It was on Mitch's live.
Yes.
So because I am not friends with Mitch or any of his 12 other accounts that he has, I didn't see the live. But there's people that are like, how come Pastor Brian is not talking about this? He hasn't gone live. And they're really bothered by that. Like, they're really bothered by the fact that he hasn't gone live. And I just keep saying it's smart of him not to go live. But
yeah, he's got to fight. He's got to fight charges. He's not stupid.
Yeah.
He's going to get on there and say what his lawyers told him to say, which his charges were reduced. I did not do what they accused me of, which is why the charges were reduced. And you're going to go from there. But hopefully we'll be getting some more information because we did request some documents. We requested a few different things to get to the bottom of the story. There's only two extreme sides to this. Yeah. There's the extreme side of he's guilty, and then there's the extreme side of the white man is, coming against him. I'm not even lying to you. I heard them say that on this side. They said he was set up, and it was a public lynching of a black man.
Oh, you know what's interesting though? So you know what I saw? This was interesting. Hold on. Let me go back to my saved stuff. So another account had posted about another person in the district. Damn it, where did it go?
Talking about the lady
that got busted for a DUI, and the article was like, are they going to survive? Is their campaigns going to survive this?
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. But that's just me. What do I know?
Yeah.
What do I know? I don't know a lot.
Yeah. Wait, can we talk about another really funny topic that I saw?
What?
And I haven't. Well, maybe it is funny. Maybe it's not. I saw this on a page called Enact Temecula. And they posted, what are your thoughts on digital blackface? Okay. I had never heard of this before. So it says digital blackface term, an online phenomenon where white and non-black people share GIFs and photos of black folks to express emotion or reaction to anything happening on the internet. While seemingly harmless, the problem with digital blackface is that it often reinforces negative stereotypes about black folks, such as they're aggressive, loud, sassy, and simply here for your consumption and entertainment. It is another way for people to try and co-opt black identity and culture without any of the day-to-day realities of being black. And then, of course, our friend Ben with SoCal Parent Advocates, he was a savage, and he posted a blackface, a digital blackface right here. What is all I have to say to this? I don't get. Now we're outraged about digital blackface, so now we can't use black meat. We can't use any black memes that depict black people if we're not black. Is that what I'm understanding?
You can do what you want, bro. These people, y'all got the game all messed up. Digital blackface. What?
Yeah.
Who came up with this? Who came up with this? It was not long ago that white performers would paint. That is, oh my God.
Oh my. What's that little thing?
Bro, this is bad. First of all, that was called the Coon Chitlin Circuit. Okay. And that ain't got shit to do with digital blackface because y'all, I'm cursing too much. Y'all literally just made that word up. I bet you that ain't even in the darn dictionary.
Oh, wow.
And y'all showing lynchings.
Yeah, this whole
disgusting.
So I suspect that this page is actually ran by this chick right here, Brandy Cocoa. She's really big on the Temecula school board circuit of fighting for racial equality and pushing the LGBTQ stuff and blah, 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 blah. Her daughter's the one that's led all the walkouts in the Temecula Valley School District. So I think she went because she owns a business. So I'm assuming she doesn't want to associate a lot of this stuff with that, but she owns a business, and I suspect that this page is hers because it's a fairly new page. It only had 6 posts when I saw it about an hour ago, and now it's building equity and action in Temecula. Social justice organization committing to promoting equality and justice. Retards.
Y'all are retarded as shit, man. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
They people will turn you into a jerk. Not even on purpose. Like, it's just on accident at this point. You know who else are going after?
Who?
You know who else these freaking SJWs are going after? Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I saw that. He made some statements. He's like, my wife died. I've been canceled already. I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want.
Say what I want.
He was inspired by Roseanne.
Listen to this, bro. Come on, bro. apparently you can't say what God created because it's a homophobic rant. Because I don't remember where he created at Steve and Steve. And that's been a saying in Black communities and Black churches for freaking ever. So are you calling Black churches homophobic? Because that's all I heard growing up. He didn't make Adam and Steve. He made Adam and Eve.
Don't need no more sissy men.
Yes,
even Joel Osteen has become a man. So we need men and women that are willing to stand up against evil.
That's
and,
right.
And speak the word of God. Pride month, was it? What month was it? With all the business.
Yeah, it is.
Pride month.
Y'all are gonna get my Facebook shut down, but it's okay. Y'all, if we go
Pride-
down, come bail us out.
Pride cometh before a fall.
Oh, yes.
If they want to shut us off, because quoting the scriptures, I've got a lot of good lawyers. Jokers up are taking billion-dollar beatings. They're falling. So I have compassion for people that are lost like that.
Agreed.
You know,
They need to be saved.
They need to be
And
saved
healed.
and delivered.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I still have friends that are that way.
Yeah.
A family member that is that way.
Right.
So
and we love them.
Yes, but
yes,
that's not the way God made us. He
Exactly.
didn't make Adam and Steve. He made Adam and Eve.
Can we pause on his wife real quick? Bro, her tan is gross.
Which one?
Oh
Wait, the one
my
he's
God.
sitting next to, right?
Both of them. They
Well,
look.
the other lady's the host of the show. Yeah, the bleach
They
blonde
look
hair.
hurt, bro. They hurt over there. I'm sorry.
Well, dude, Dog's tan, man, he looks crispy too. He looks like a leather couch, that guy.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
But Dog the Bounty Hunter is getting dragged right now because he told the truth that God created Adam and Eve. Like, who knew that a concept that has existed for forever would be
Right.
rude?
Right.
You can't make a child with two men. You got to throw a female in the factor there now.
Yeah.
We can turn them into human incubators, whatever floats your boat. But Adam and Steve didn't exist. So I'm just going to leave that there and say justice for Dog the Bounty Hunter.
We support him.
Parrots of the people.
He's right. He's right. All right. What else shall we talk about? You want to talk about Usher?
Oh, yeah. So do you know who Winnie Harlow is?
Yeah, the model that like has the different color skin. She's got that.
Yes. Vitiligo.
Vitiligo.
So she got up and sat on her, I guess her boyfriend's lap.
Mm-hmm.
And people were commending her for doing that. And I was one of those people that did too.
At the concert you're talking about?
Yeah,
I'm
going to pull it up. I got the video right here. So, of course, he comes to the crowd. He did what he did with Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer, where that bitch was choosing, all right? That's why he got away with it with her. But I wanted to really highlight how respectful I felt she was. Now, people thought this was a funny moment, but to me, this is a woman showing her man respect. He tried it and failed. She was like, nah, bro. I'm about to sit on over here.
I love
You can
that.
sing all you want.
Listen,
That's
I
a complete
love that.
difference from what Keke did. People got on her ass because of how disrespectful she was.
Listen, here's my thing about it. And I think people misunderstood me last week when I was getting on her ass. Okay. It's just about respecting your man. Okay. I'm not saying you have to be married to him to respect him, but that's a choice that Winnie and her man made. How these dogs get in here? Who opened the gate? Who let the dogs out? Okay. You know, I think that is exactly what I was trying to say was I love that Winnie did that. Like she sent the message to Usher, love your music. I'm here for it, but I'm here with my man. And you're not about to come up and step into my space with my man right there. And some people might say, well, Kiki's man wasn't there. Okay, well then Kiki shouldn't have gone with her ass hanging out at the Usher concert out of respect for her man.
Yep. That part. You know who else came out and put the cherry on top?
Who?
Ratchet ass Boosie. Of all the people that could come out and advocate for women respecting their men, it's ratchet ass Boosie. And he made the point that I just made.
Everybody in my DM about this Usher shit. Man, y'all know Usher out his top, man.
Thank you.
Usher ain't sparing no nigga, man. Usher ain't sparing no nigga, man. Y'all know he out his top. Y'all know he'll sing a bitch draws up. Y'all setting y'all self up, letting y'all lady go to that shit, man. I'm a street nigga, me, man. If I got a bitch, she go up there. And looking in the eye like she ready to go, like she hypnotized. I'm gonna leave that bitch right there. Then wait at the room and beat her ass. But,
Wait.
Listen.
First,
then wait at the room and beat her ass. But y'all know Usher out his top, man. Y'all, hey, you can't blame. Hey, man, you setting yourself up, man. That's really all I gotta say. Shit.
First of all, I got questions. Okay, Boosie, if you listening, I need you to put subtitles on your shit, man, because I can't understand but 2 or 3 words that you just said. Second of all, why you sweating so much? Like, what's up? He's just patting himself down. Anyway,
can we be honest real quick, right? Sure. I know people are, oh my god, it's Usher. Usher has a woman, okay? These women that he is doing this to have partners. What are we doing? Is it like a free-for-all? Is it a big orgy? Are we allowed to like flirt sometimes, but then go back? Like, are we cool with cheating now because women get serenaded? Because there's a such way as emotionally cheating, and women obsessed and fantasize about celebrities all the time, you know, so much so that they think in their delusional little brains that they can somehow attain a man with making what, let's just say $100K per year, and they get to sit around and look like frumpy frump. Be fat as hell, don't want to cook, don't want to have sex, okay? Because it's just too much to possibly have sex with your spouse when you're tired. Y'all don't want to do nothing, but you want men. You're like, you want these extravagant men. What the fuck? Right. I just don't feel like he's helping the discussion. He's not helping the discussion. He's not helping anything. No. All you're doing it's just disrespect.
He said I would have knocked her out.
He said then I would have waited in the room and beat her ass.
That's not funny. I'm not laughing at that, but it is funny.
That shit is funny. That is funny. Celebrity hall passes. Look, that's what it seems like to me. It seems like people would just get a free pass to go have a fantasy and then come back. Yep. And the fact that people don't find that disrespectful is just absurd to me. It's absurd.
Oh, man. That was
so Usher's been getting called out all over Twitter for coming out. Am I trending yet? Sir, you have possibly contributed to disrupting an entire family, right? You have. Now, does Keke Palmer play a major role? Absolutely. But you're a man. You are a man. And men have been complaining for I don't know how many years now about the state of women. And you are directly contributing to the state of women that exists in thought culture. Keke Palmer is behaving like a fucking thought. Everything she's posted since this day has been about highlighting her new curves that she never had before. Like I said last week, you can tell when folks ain't been there before. She ain't never been here before. She ain't never had to jump in her jeans and wiggle and move. She ain't never had no curves, so she don't know what to do with herself. And she feeling herself right now. That's cool. That's cool. But stop showcasing that, as this is what mothers go through. Mothers are going to be going to Usher concerts, getting serenaded. No.
I agree.
It's just not happening. That was disgusting. Usher lost a fan. See, we're gonna see Mo on the stage. I bet you money you would get up there.
Okay, first
and
of all,
I would clown. I would flame the
listen,
shit out of you.
listen here. Okay,
I would flame you.
I have already declared that I want to go to the Usher concert, and it will happen. Okay, I want to go to this concert because I love Usher, and best believe I'm gonna be dancing. But I am not going to be thoughtin' and bopping at the Usher concert. Maybe by myself, you're gonna see me like, hey, you know what I mean?
If
But
Usher
like,
told you to get on the stage, you're not getting on the stage.
oh, I'm gonna get on the stage. What's wrong with that? I'm gonna get on stage and be like, hey, but I'm not gonna be wearing no thong outfit.
Get on the stage. Why though?
Evan said he will. No, because why not? It's an Usher concert. Like, if I was at another female's concert and they had me up on the stage, I'd be like, hey, I'm up on the stage. What's up? Like, you're
Right, but
talking
he's
about.
not just having you up there dancing. He's singing to you, and you know he's going to be singing to you. So why would you even take the invitation?
He can sing to me, but I'm not gonna be like acting like all over him. First of all, I think Usher is ugly. I'm not even eensy teensy bit attracted to Usher. Not at all. No. And yes, I'm gonna go to the Joe and Jodeci concert. Not at Cedar Park. I'm going in Dallas.
Okay. Usher's not attractive. What you just said.
Yeah, Usher's not attractive at all.
Let him serenade you on stage.
Yeah, because I can like close my eyes and like not imagine Usher. You know what I mean? I could just close my eyes and be like, hey, I remember this song. Like, you know what I mean? Like back in the day. You know what I mean?
She for the streets.
You better listen.
I love it. I love it. Listen, you're talking to Mo, okay? Mo
For the
is
street
concert. I'm not gonna be for the street.
See, look.
Right. That's what I'm. As soon as Usher says, "Come up here on the stage," I'm here like burr, 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 in my head. Okay.
Cannot believe you. Cannot believe you.
Believe it, baby. It's happening.
Can we talk about the reparations that got dismissed? What did you think about that?
Let's talk about the reparations.
What did you think about it? Did you look into it at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think what I've always thought about it is, like with the Black Wall Street thing, it's like they like to portray it as this moment that just damned the Black community to hell for all of eternity. And like, that was the cause of where they're at today, when nobody really talks about the fact that they rebuilt Black Wall Street. They rebuilt it better. They rebuilt it bigger. And they just, I don't know. They just, I'm not a fan of reparations at all. I'm not a fan of reparations at all. I don't know exactly. I think you are not as well. I don't know exactly where you fall in this situation. But I think people need to get a little educated about this.
So people are going to find my opinion on this very surprising.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to reparations when it comes to actual harm being done. I wouldn't be opposed to reparations for anybody who experienced Jim Crow or they were displaced by the American government. It is what it is. I don't oppose reparations with this. I don't exactly oppose reparations with this Tulsa massacre either.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were things perpetuated by people in the American government to destroy a Black community. So yeah, you should definitely have to offer some sort of fix for that. Because that's a direct correlation. We can see that. That's clearly within our realm of history. Most of my grandparents were alive. I had aunties that were alive during this whole situation. So it's a closer to home type of thing. Like, I can see why they're asking for reparations, and I can see why it should be granted. I don't take now, if this had anything to do with slavery, then you would hear me say, okay, come on now. But the Tulsa massacre, I'm not exactly opposed to them getting reparations when they were done extremely wrong.
So, okay. I totally hear what you're saying there. And let me try to add a little bit onto it. there are so, and again, I'm not trying to group in everybody into this issue, but I am grouping everybody into this issue because whenever we talk about reparations, of course, people talk about the Jews and the Holocaust, and yes, they got reparations in a sense, right? The next group is Black folks, right? If we're going to talk about reparations for injustice or even slavery, let's just talk about discussing it for everybody that has experienced it in one way or another. And let's just, and a group judgment, right? So to speak, on Native Americans, on Black people, on Mexican Americans that were brought to this country and then found it unstable to live in, and then went back to Mexico and then came back when the Spaniard, like that stuff. Let's just talk about everybody who experienced some type of trauma and give them a settlement. Let's just do that so we can end this already. Because I don't know. I'm kind of like blah about it.
Well, that sounds like what the city is saying. They're saying they're requesting the lawsuit be dismissed with prejudice, and that means that it'll never be able to
come back.
Come back, exactly. Against refiling, arguing in part that simply being connected to a historical event does not provide a person with unlimited rights to seek compensation from any project in any way related to that historical event. If that were the case, every person connected to any historical event would make similar unjust enrichment claims against every museum or point of remembrance, which I don't agree with. I think that this is a very lazy way of saying, if we do this for you, we're going to have to do it for everybody. This is a very telling way to say that we're afraid of mob rule. And if we do this for you, then we're going to have to extend this to everyone, even if they don't even claim or have anything substantial to prove that they were a part of this event and they were indeed affected. Now, if these people, which are still survivors alive, can prove that they were done some crazy damage and it's definitely held them back, I don't see why we can't look at giving them whatever they're due. Just sent cluster bombs to Ukraine. That's not cheap. We're sending billions. We are spilling billions to Ukraine.
Right.
So in this instance, yes. What's wrong with providing them compensation? We're not talking about an entire Black population. We're talking about
the one specific to this situation.
Right. Very specific people.
Which this was over 100 years ago. So who is still specifically affected by the atrocities of this, right?
Well, there's 3 of them that are still alive. There's Leslie.
3. Oh, okay. Well, I'd say give the 3. Break them off some change if it's just 3 people.
Why can't they have it? She's 108 years old. The other lady is 109.
I take back my statement. If there's 3 people left, give the 3 people, like, break them off. Give them something. 3 people? Yeah. Give them something. We put GoFundMe together for every damn thing. Okay, let's put a GoFundMe together for these 3 people and call it a day. They about to die anyways. The money will go to their family members, and that will be great for them.
So now, look, if something else comes out and they're asking for an entire population, then okay, I can understand why people are like, no, you need to be related. But the people who were directly affected, yes, give them reparations. What the fuck? Give them the money. I have no problem with it.
So this case is specifically for the 3 survivors.
Yeah, they were the 3 plaintiffs that were among the lawsuit. Now, I'm not sure if it's only them 3.
Okay,
That's
that was
very clear.
That was my question. Is the lawsuit, I mean, it was brought on by the 3, but does it address everybody who is, like, I guess, related to the people who were affected by this, or is it just them 3?
That is not clear. It's not clear in what the media is reporting. Now I can try to go find the actual case to see if I can get more details on it, but
so they said
no, it's right. It says a judge dismissed the reparation lawsuit filed by 3 of the last known survivors of the Tulsa Massacre.
Okay.
So apparently it is them 3.
Now they said they are going to challenge the decision. So how do you challenge it if it was dismissed with prejudice? Can you still challenge it? I thought you couldn't.
Well, they won it. It was a request. The city of Tulsa requested it be released.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
that has
Gotcha.
not happened yet. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that then.
We'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll see. I don't see why they can't do it. To be real with you, I really don't. I don't see why they wouldn't. It's a historical thing. We knew it happened. There's people still alive. Why?
Soonie,
Why
we should start a GoFundMe for these 3 people.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
Absolutely not. Nope.
Soonie's not really.
You know, you're gonna have these people playing connected dots over here. And Soonie is associated with this person, and Mo is here, and that. No, I'm good.
Hey, but maybe it'll absolve me of my coon spirit.
Oh, the clan spirit?
The clan spirit. Yeah.
No, they're gonna say that you're doing it because you are trying to exploit the situation. So it doesn't matter. You are forever going to be possessed by the clan spirit.
By the clan spirit. And if I post about this, it might be considered digital blackface.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you use a black GIF.
Right. Which, oh, by the way, P told me on the side, by the way, that he said digital blackface is an old term. Now, P is not on the social media circuit. Okay. So for P to be saying that and you not know that it's an old term.
I'm calling cap.
He called it cap. He said it's an old term. He said he heard it before.
Cap.
Okay.
I'm calling cap, bro.
Okay.
No.
Yo, did you know that Naomi Osaka, the tennis player, did you know that she was even pregnant?
Yeah. She's pregnant by a rapper.
Well, they had their baby.
Woohoo.
I did not know. Look at this outfit. They did her wrong. I think this was at the Met Gala. And I was just like, what the hell? Anyways, I just thought I'd bring that up.
Congratulations.
I didn't even know she was pregnant.
I did.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to play something. I didn't even realize I had saved this. Let's see what my favorite person in the world. Oops. Chad Jackson has to say on this issue before we get off of it, because I had saved it and I don't remember what his commentary was.
So Ben Crump posted this CNN article which says, Oklahoma judge dismisses Tulsa Race Massacre reparations case filed by last known survivors. The objective of the article, of course, is to get you to believe that the judge only threw it out because of racism, not because it wasn't a compelling case, which is once again a testament to how reckless and how mob enticing the mainstream media really is. He then comments, this is a sad miscarriage of justice. How can we expect to move forward and heal from the injustice of the past without receiving proper acknowledgement and accountability, especially for an event that left 300 dead, thousands homeless, and a thriving Black community in disarray. But this is clearly a man who's playing on people's ignorance, because if people care to do their research, they would understand that it wasn't a massacre, that it was in fact a very large riot where both whites and Blacks were killed, and nowhere close to 300. It's also a lie that Black Wall Street never recovered. In fact, it was built back quickly. But of course, frauds like Ben Crump will never tell you that, because he wants Black people to remain angry so he can then use that anger as ammunition against the idea of meritocracy. We talk a little bit about what really happened during.
I actually agree with that. I do agree with that. I mean, like I just told you, I don't believe in the whole giving all of Black people in America reparations. No. But if you are able to prove something, and you're able to prove that the government has done something to displace you, then why not? Why not? Go for it.
Yeah. I forgot.
Shout out to Chad, by the way, for being one of the rare few at that level that will be consistent and call the shit out. Shout out to him. That was a very good video you sent me. It actually made me feel better.
I forgot we were going to talk about this also.
Oh, Tyree Nichols.
Yeah. So the city of Memphis has dismissed the civil suit filed by Tyree Nichols' mother 2 months ago. Sorry, not 2 months ago. I was reading what it said here. It said that the city failed to supervise and train police officers prior to Nichols' death. The document also claims police chief Sarah Lynn Davis was wrongfully hired by the city after she was allegedly part of Atlanta's Red Dog unit that would ambush and aggressively harass the community. However, they strongly believe that the brutal beating culminating in the Tyree Nichols death does not reflect the city of Memphis, but is the result of 5 rogue police officers. Do you believe that they were right to dismiss this $550 million lawsuit?
Yeah, I get
I'm not
tired of the
surprised.
families going after the departments for lawsuits because that doesn't bring your kid back. It gives you money, but then what? Like your son being beat up didn't displace you from being able to go to work and do what you need to do every day. People die every day. So I don't agree with families suing the city. Like, just like I don't agree with the mother trying to sue Cook County. No, you want justice. They should just go to jail and rot forever for what they did. They took advantage of the badge and completely went against their oath. That's how I look at it. I don't see how anybody's family receiving compensation makes up for what happened.
Do you think this was dismissed because there are 5 black officers?
No, I don't think it
You
has
don't think
anything
so?
to do with race. No.
Hmm.
No. I genuinely think that they don't have enough to go after the city on.
I was surprised, to tell you the truth, because in past cases, when I've heard other police officers commenting on the lawsuits and whatnot, they always say that it's very common for the city to pay out the family. It's almost like no matter who's at fault for the incident, like the shooting, right? Like whether the person was wrongfully or rightfully shot or killed by the police, almost 100% of the time, the city will have to pay out something to the family. So that really, this did surprise me. And I was like, is there a lot of corruption going on here in Memphis? Because this looks like some type of, like, we just go sweep this under the rug.
See, I didn't think about it from that lens. I just thought about it from a very like, okay, receiving compensation does what? How exactly is the city responsible? Because look, if people are dude something, fine. You know, your dude was your dude, but I'm shocked that this case is still not done. Like, why have they been charged with anything?
I don't know.
What is going on with this case?
Yeah, I mean, like, see, like even Red Pill says the city is at fault. His son deserves to be taken care of. I agree that the city is at fault. I mean, we have to hold Memphis accountable the same way we hold any other police departments accountable when they have officers that go and go rogue and do stuff outside of policy, right? So that's why I'm questioning, like, how did they come to this conclusion? This is a special unit. Like, this isn't just like 5 regular schmegular beat cops. Okay, this is a special unit.
So because it's a special unit and they circumvented the
process.
hiring process. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that was
okay. Well,
pretty
then
much
I
proven.
would have to change my opinion on that and say that since they did circumvent the hiring process and they got a bad apple when it came to the chief, and they also got bad apples when it came to the people who they hired.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I think the city would be liable in that. Dang.
Red Pill said his son is 5 years old. I forgot he had a son.
I will not have a father there to financially support him. I don't know, dude. I don't like the appeal to emotions. We can just deal with what is. They circumvented the hiring process, which brought in bad apples, which makes the state liable. I mean, the city liable. That's how I look at it. I don't think anybody's entitled to take care of anyone's child, regardless of whether they were killed by you or not.
Yeah. I think I'm sure all the GoFundMes that Ben Crump and Black Lives Matter set up for him are all spent somewhere else.
Did they
now.
have GoFundMes?
Oh yeah, they had tons of GoFundMes for him. Mhm. I think Sean King had one. He always has one. Sean King, he always comes like he's the first to the table with a GoFundMe, man.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No, but never mind. I totally forgot. It's been so long since we talked about that. I forgot the state. The city circumvented all that, and they got. Wow. Damn, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Definitely got to look into this some more. Thanks for bringing this back up. I saw the post of it, but get lost in other topics and you kind of just forget about it. But we should go back on Friday and look into this to see exactly what's going on. Because I haven't heard anything else about this. The Ralph Yarl situation is another one they're being very tight-lipped on. They ordered a lot of that proceedings to be sealed because of the man who shot him is getting harassed, which I don't see why we should really care.
Yeah.
You shot somebody for no reason. If you're harassed, you're harassed. Interesting.
This is weird. So I just saw because I was just looking up to see what was new on Tyree Nichols, and an article that was just posted 10 hours ago said Mark Lesor, an ex-Memphis cop who criticized police after Tyrese Nichols' killing, was found shot dead. Dun, dun, dun. So now it looks like they're investigating a possible connection. I don't know, Memphis. Memphis is looking hella corrupt right about now. Yeah, Memphis, you're looking a little shady. Man, okay, wait. What did you have? Let's talk about the dick measuring contest with Elon.
Elon Musk is just cringe. I don't even remember the subject I was talking about that he came up with, but he was going back and forth with Zuckerberg for Threads, saying it's too close to Twitter and they need to pull out their penises and start measuring dicks and fighting. And I saw how many people were just like very enamored and entertained by it. And it threw me off because I started to look at what Elon Musk really pushes. As far as AI goes, because AI has been a topic lately. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a major topic of people talking about AI gaining sentience. Number one, AI cannot gain sentience. AI can do nothing without it being programmed by a human. So either way it goes, a human would have to create a path for that specific piece of technology to even go rogue. And I don't think people truly understand that. This goes back to what you were talking about before, where all these people keep using the same formula, present a problem and then provide a solution. We talk about transhumanism. We talk about how technology is going to take over and do all these things, but then we'll support someone like Elon Musk, who is advocating to put a chip in your motherfucking brain. Okay. Now, what happens when Elon Musk is making a business deal? Okay. And he sells this technology to the government? What happens then? What happens when it goes to the private sector and they find out ways to exploit you?
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah. When I was looking at all the stuff people were saying, when you see people celebrating, when you see people get excited for Elon Musk, it just drives me up a wall. Elon Musk is completely antichrist. And I know people are going to get mad at me for saying that, but it's facts, bro. If you don't understand technology, please stay off of the topic. I had someone tell me that AI can gain sentience. I said, how, Sway? You know what they told me? You want to know what they told me? I don't know. I just know it's possible.
Are you sure it wasn't me that said that?
No. No, because if it was you, I would have clowned you. I would have went live and been like, bro, you need to never discuss this topic ever again. Like, just don't do it to yourself.
This is why, listen, you already know what I think about AI, but this is why I don't get into discussions about AI, because I'm not well read about it. It just doesn't feel right to me. I don't like it in any which way. You know, I don't like the AI chat, whatever it is that y'all get on. What is it called? Chat GPT.
Chat GPT.
Chat GPT. Like that stuff freaks me out. And even this new Threads thing. Like I'm really weirded out by Threads. and how everybody's like an at and then like this really long number. It's like it just screams Holocaust tattoo.
Bro, this is such fear porn.
I know, and that's why I don't talk about it, right? Because like this topic brings up the conspiracy theorist in me in a way. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of things that aren't real. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of manufactured things. I'm not really even a fan of much technology, as you know. I think technology will be the thing to eventually end us, to tell you the truth.
She's bought into the propaganda.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I'm not speaking from a place of like well read on it. It's just a feeling of I just don't like it. Okay. I'm the girl that wants to go back to the washing machine where you like turn it and it makes that little crank sound. You know, it's not digital. I want to go back to a refrigerator that doesn't beep at me. You know, cars that actually need humans to drive them. I'm just like that. It's just me. You young kids.
Emotional, damn it.
What was that? I don't know. Like, put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me on this one.
About how time is going forward and you're stuck back here because you want to do things manually.
Yes.
We live in 2023.
That's me. Because
who wants to go backwards, bro? Like, why?
Well, because when the shit hits the fan and we don't have all that technology at our disposal, you people are going to be looking for people like me that know how to do things manually. I'm telling you.
People. First of all, I grew up washing. I grew up washing my clothes in the tub. I couldn't afford a washer and a dryer.
Right, but when you say grew up, it wasn't like all of your life. Like
yes, it was
pretty much all my life.
I didn't get a washer and a dryer until I was 15. What are you talking about?
Soonie, come on. But I'm just saying there's things that your generation is just way accustomed to, and you don't know really how to do. You're not
What year was I
comfortable.
born?
I have no clue.
We're about to debate. What year was I born?
I don't know, but I'm nearly 45 and you're in your 30s.
I'm 32 years old, and you're telling me that 30s. I didn't grow up washing my own clothes, and I always had a machine. Girl,
I didn't say you didn't grow up washing your clothes.
Poor as fuck.
I'm saying you grew up with more technology than I ever did, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying when the shit really hits the fan, and you guys are not gonna have your phones. Maybe you're not gonna have Chat GPT. I get it. I get that you had a portion of your life where you didn't have phones, but there's things that you guys did not learn that like people what? Like just basic life things, basic life, like even how to think for yourself.
Oh, what?
I'm telling you, social skills, social skills. Listen, y'all are going to be freaking out. Y'all are going to be freaking out if we're ever like, you know, stuck in a warehouse together. Or we got to go get on a ship to, you know, to save our lives.
How old is Linda Kennedy? She's your age.
I don't know.
How old is Ian Smith? He's your age. How old are any of these people who push this Q-tard stuff? They're your age. They're all old. They are all old. It's the younger people who are telling the older people to get the fucking gear.
I'm telling them to get into gear. I'm telling them to get into gear, and they're my age. So I'm saying there can be stupid people, okay, of my age group and your age group. I'm not saying this applies to everybody, but I'm saying for the most part, if we were ever in a situation where you didn't have your phones, you didn't have Google Maps, right? You and I had this conversation, so I know that you know how to read a map. Fine. We're not talking about you, Soonie. Don't be anecdotal.
There are so many people just
don't be anecdotal, Soonie.
I'm not. I'm not. But look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like when people paint the 90s kids generation as stupid. We're not Gen Zers.
You get so defensive
because it's annoying. You guys grew up with technology. No, we didn't. No, I didn't.
Listen.
No, I didn't. I had a cordless phone. I had a fucking rotary phone. Okay. I had to go walk to the stores. I remember back in the day when there was no goddamn delivery service for pizza and you had to go pick shit up. I still rented movies from Movie Stop. What?
But you're talking about easy things. Like you're talking about.
How is that easy? I had to roll my window up with my hand.
That's
I had no
basic
AC.
stuff. That's
No, it's
that's
not.
basic stuff. Yes, it is. What's gonna be your ultimate? Listen, what's gonna be your ultimate downfall is the fact that you guys are not the best communicators because you're used to communicating on your phones or computers, and you don't like people. Like everybody of this age group, it has this social anxiety that I just can't understand.
Gen Z. That's not millennials.
Well, whatever
Say
whatever
that
it
we
is.
can't talk to people face to face when we grew up without phones is absurd.
I never put a label and said Gen Z or whatever it was. I just said there's a group of people. So that could be a mixture of a lot of generations that just are so hooked on technology and just certain things that I think will be their ultimate downfall. That could be people from my generation too. I'm just saying there's a group of people. I'm not saying it's a generation.
Sunni's different. I don't believe that I'm an
She
outlier.
sure
I
is
believe
different.
that older people are very pig-headed and stubborn, and they want young people to be a certain way. That's really what I think. The country is going in the shitter because of old ass people. It's not going in the shit because of young people.
I don't know about that. I would
What is the
say
average age of people in Congress?
I would say it's a combination.
65.
It's a combination of both, and it's not age, it's character. Again, like it's people with shitty characters. It's people with
Generations
shitty
produce
characters.
certain behaviors. That's why this generation is so soft, because they produce certain behaviors.
Of
because they were
course,
pushed.
of course, right? So when you're saying this generation is soft, that's going to be a tough thing when the times call for us to be hard, right? Like, what are you going to do with the whole generation of soft people who can't handle criticism or can't get their anxiety medication? Think about that. What happens when you can't get your anxiety medication? What's going to happen? Are you going to be able to deal? Are you going to be able to pull it together so we can like survive? Because I'll tell you what, I'm going to shoot anybody who starts acting funny, okay, and real scary. If you start acting scary and like nervous around me and we in a survival situation, I'm going to have to take you out. I'm gonna have to take you out. Facts. I'm gonna have one talk, come to Jesus talk with you, and I'm gonna say, listen, I need you to get it together. I get that you can't get your Adderall prescription right now, okay, but we gonna have to pull together. Oh, don't get defensive.
I'm not. I'm mad late. Look.
Mad late. Who late? Mad Cow. Why? I thought you popped in here earlier.
As a Gen Zer, y'all are being a generationist. No, Gen Z, the generation, this younger generation, my sister generation, you guys are objectively weaker and stupider. It's a fact. It's a fact. My generation was a test dummy for standardized testing. I remember when those came into play. Ever since then, education has gone down the shitter. Education was not this bad when I was in school. I got grade marks. We got tested. They actually taught us comprehension. They didn't teach us how to be test takers. We didn't get PASA until 3rd grade, bro. Y'all's generation is objectively dumber and weak as shit. I think we can say that about this specific generation. And I think that we can say that the older generation were definitely taught to be pacifist. Y'all don't fight. There is no fight there. It's let's go back to the old days. This generation is like, fuck that. You're not going to let me in, and I'm just going to bust my way up in there. Like, I don't give a shit about how you feel.
So when you say the generation, you call the generation weak, is that the people that are younger than you or older than you? I'm confused.
Younger than me.
Younger than me. Okay. So like in the 20.
I would say from 19 to 20, they're completely different.
Mm-hmm.
I would say from 25 and younger, they're completely different.
Right.
They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to carry conversations. They don't know how to discuss anything outside of Twitter, outside of what's TikTok, Blueface and Krishan, right? They don't know how to discuss those things. And I come in contact with those young people all the time.
Okay.
But it's not the 90s kids. Not after 98, bro. I'm telling you, after 98, shit just got fucking weird.
Yeah. Maybe I group you into that group because you like do so many lives with these people. And I'm like, how does she do it? The minute you have younger people join your live, I know that you think it's a great thing to talk to younger people, and I commend you for that. I don't have the patience.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't have the patience. That's my generation, right? I don't have the patience for the bruh. No, man. Oh shit. 20 million times you gotta say, oh shit. Like, I'm just like, can we just speak in full sentences and actually make a point? Okay. And stop using all these like little weird verbal whatever.
You have to meet people where they are.
I can't. I mean, I'll meet you where you are if I feel like you are worth meeting. But when you're just, I don't know, man. When you're just,
I'm gonna be real. That's why this generation doesn't respect the older people, because y'all don't give a fuck about them. You don't.
But you can't say
not
that.
just you. I'm not just saying you. I'm speaking for. There's a lot of older people that say what you say. They're very dismissive. And quick to just rule them out. Well, you don't talk like I want you to talk, and I don't understand this. Did you try? Why don't you try to see where they're coming from? And I'm not just specifically speaking to you, but
yeah.
This is a representation for and people do it to me. They do it to me.
Yeah, no, I get that. But you just have to understand, like, it's not that I'm like, just because you say something a certain way, I'm writing off. No. Like, there's a certain level of ignorance like you display when I write you off immediately. You know what I mean?
Using the phone. OMG, simply a hello. I don't know what you meant by that.
She's saying that generation can't use the phone. Just to, like, people don't call anymore just to say, hey, how you doing?
There's no need to.
And you know what's weird is even like people like my in-laws who are older than me, they don't even do that. They've almost reverted back. It's really weird. I don't know.
You don't think I think because your generation had morals intact, you guys are stuck, and you can talk to anybody. I'm just gonna walk up to you and talk. Oh, let's have a discussion. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore. And it's not even safe to recommend that people do that, because
why?
Motherfuckers are crazy. Because people are crazy.
Well, okay, I'm gonna fight you on that one, because I am that person that just walks up to people and talks. I'm the person that like I'm engaged with people all the time. Like, I yearn for that. And in all my years, even up till today of being that way, I've never run into somebody who's crazy. I ran into people who are like funny or like weird, but I wouldn't say crazy or somebody that would scare me off from being that way. I love human connection. I would much rather have a face-to-face conversation or face-to-face interaction than I would ever want to have over the internet. I don't crave internet conversations. I don't crave internet interaction. I don't. You could take it away from me. I would be fine.
If I don't fuck with you, I don't want to have a conversation with you. Like, if there's nothing that interests me, then there's no reason to talk to you. And I'm the same way in person.
Wow.
I'm very standoffish. If I don't want to talk to you, I will not talk to you. If I don't know you, I'm not going to smile at you either. I don't. Wow. I think people are too fucking friendly. I really do.
No, don't say that.
I really do, bro.
I'm that person that smiles at
I'm not a
strangers.
very inviting person. I'm just not. I'm a nice person. I'm extremely nice. I'll give you the shirt off my back. But I'm not trusting of anyone. Nope.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to trust people right off the bat, but I'm the person that's like, I smile, I strike up a conversation.
I'm in and out. I'm gonna go in there and get what I need, get out, and go about my business. I don't need Nope. Now, if it's a situation where we're showing up to something, of course, I'm gonna go in there and talk to the people that I know. speak to the people that I am acquainted with, and I'm about to stay low key. That's it. I'm not a ball of energy bouncing around like, hi, what's up? Oh, what are you doing?
That's me. I'm all up in your business. I'm like, really? What do you do for a living? Oh my gosh. Like, I love to talk to people.
No, pimp.
You go anywhere with me. I could go get a coffee and I am talking to at least 2 people while I'm waiting in line. At least 2 people every single time.
You be interacting and like you be getting in the middle of conflicts too, don't you?
Right. Like, I'm like how you are on the internet. I'm like that in person.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Dude, I wish P was on this thing right now. He could tell you.
So
I'm
you
like
you have just walked up and said your opinion.
No. Like, obviously, I don't walk up and be like, so what do you think about reparation? No, not like that. I'm talking about the way you talk to strangers on the internet about whatever. I can talk to strangers in person very comfortably about that. So, like, depending on where I'm at, if I'm at Starbucks, let's just say, and there's something that's like crazy that's happening at Starbucks, I would turn to the person next to me and be like, can you believe that? Like, that's crazy. Like, can you believe whatever? Instantly, like, I would start up a conversation.
Oh, that's different. Sure, if someone's talking to me, I will speak back, but I'm not going to go out of my way to talk to anybody.
No, I'm starting the conversation.
Oh, no. If they ask me, this is usually how it happens. It's usually a shirt that I have on. They're like, oh, what's up? Well, I like that shirt. What is this? And they engage in conversation and we have it. Like, I'm not afraid to say things. I'm the same way. This is crazy. I was just chilling with Erica the other day and she was like, dude, I had to scroll past your post. And it was a post about women understanding their limitations. And she was like, there's a such thing as just being honest, but then there's taking it extra and overboard. And I was like, but this is really what I believe. And she was like, wait, seriously? Because she thought I was playing. We had this conversation before where she was asking me, we were discussing girls competing in boy sports. And I had told my daughter, you want to play with a boy, then you better be able to take what they give. I don't want to hear you complaining. Right? She thought I was kidding. I was dead serious.
She don't
but
listen
you know
to
what? We had a whole discussion and she was like, okay, I might not agree with you, but I get your point. Those are the type of discussions that I have. Like, I'm not afraid to say exactly what I think. I don't care who's in the room. I'm going to say what I think.
But you know Erica, though.
I said on here.
But you
even
know
before
her.
I didn't know her, the first time she saw me, I had a Trump hat on.
And that's and the conversation started on your Trump hat.
And this conversation started on my Trump hat because she was like, how do you vote for a man that, he said Mexicans across the border? She couldn't fathom how I could possibly vote. I did. And you know what? We became friends.
And she was woken up. Like, she was like, oh, I didn't know that.
She has a lot of the same views that I have. She's just not a political person. She's very conservative.
Right.
Very conservative.
But I'm saying, as far as like the issue of the border, did you tell her some stuff she maybe didn't know?
Yeah. We had broke it down to, are there people coming over here doing those things? Yeah. Then that's what he's talking about. And of course she said, I'm just sensitive. Erica's sensitive. She'll call out and tell you, I'm just sensitive. I don't like stuff like that. She wants the world to be driven by love. She feels that emotions and feelings are a very valid experience. I don't necessarily feel that way, but we still interact and we are extremely good friends. Like, that's my homie. I can go over there right now and go lay on the couch and take a nap and I know my kids are straight. We're friends.
I think you low key want to be more like me and Erica because I'm like Erica, that I'm driven by love and feelings and whatever. Yes, because you're attracted. You're attracted to people like us who emulate that.
No, you guys are attracted to me.
Because we want to like love you and bring you into the fold of love. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Because look, in general, I am always very much attracted to very like hard-shelled people, even though I'm this like warm, fuzzy person. I love people who have this really hard, rough exterior. They're the ones that appeal to me the most because I 1000% know that deep down inside, they have a little soft center and I'm trying to get to it. Yeah.
Everyone does. But like I told you several times before, not everyone gets access to that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't give everyone access to that. That should be a very intimate, private thing.
Yeah.
That you share with someone. And people overshare, just like David J. Harris sitting on the internet crying and snotting about some shit that he don't really give a fuck about. That is oversharing. That is ridiculous.
I need to see if he came out with a t-shirt yet.
Save the children.
I bet you
No,
he
that's
did.
ridiculous.
I bet you he did.
I'm a very nice, loving person. I just do not feel the need to show that to everyone. I don't.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
I done told you. Hold on.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my God. You heard it here first. David J. Harris, the grifter. Mo, you called it out.
Do I know him or do I know him?
Wait, I can't hear you. Hold up. Now they all about to be pushed. Oh Lord.
Here he is with the main actor of the movie. God's children are not for sale. Hell no. Him and his wife done already put out a promotional campaign.
Hell to the no. David J. Harris is a grifter. You're a grifter. You're a grifter. I'm glad I can't hear him. I'm just
you don't need to hear it. You don't need to hear it. He's telling them to watch Sound of Freedom.
They paid him to do this. Conservatives. He is getting paid to promote this movie. Okay? In exchange for him being able to sell shirts, bro. I'm telling you right now. I bet you his shirts are at a booth anywhere these people go.
Yeah. Look at this. This was part 1. This was 3 series of videos of him crying. A long pause. I'm not playing the audio because you already know what it is, but look at, he's looking down. He's doing the whole blink. Listen, I'm an actress. Okay. I know what you got to do to cry and pay attention. He's trying hard to keep those tears rolling. I'm not saying that the movie wasn't hard. I'm not saying that the movie wasn't hard to watch. And I get listen, Mo has gotten teary-eyed talking. Okay. Mo has gotten teary-eyed talking about things. I almost got teary-eyed talking earlier in the very first part of the show when we were talking about this subject, because it does make me emotional. I am passionate about it. But to this extent,
turn on the sound. Turn on the sound.
How do I turn it on mid video?
You got to take it down and pull it back up. Please turn on the sound.
Okay, hold on.
Can you rewind it a bit, or you can't do that on here?
Because this is Instagram. Hold on.
Oh.
And then what they're forced to do over and over is no end in sight. Friends. We must do something. We can do
blinking,
more.
nigga.
We the people can demand more of our legislators, of people like Yako Booyans, a friend of mine that pushes legislation.
You had to throw that in.
The traffickers. So many laws, or they're against the victims.
Can you pause it? Oh.
Yeah.
He's reading. You see his eyes?
No.
Look at his eyes.
Oh, like he's looking down?
He's looking down
notes,
at the corner.
At his notes.
Play it. Watch it. Watch his eyes.
Okay, hold on.
Then I'm doing research. It's like, what do you do? Do
He's
research.
reading!
Yo, that's a really good catch. Does he have a teleprompter? Like, he's looking on both sides. Okay, I want to address this comment that Julius made. So he said it was a good movie, but I was expecting more. So Julius, I had like the same thought when I was watching the movie because the previews made it out to be a little bit more like actiony, and it was like a little slow. But I think when you're portraying a real life event and you don't Hollywoodize it and put like a lot of fictional things that don't happen, it's not as entertaining, if that makes sense. Like, and I say that, like, again, I bring up the fact that when we filmed Titanic, okay, the sinking of the Titanic in all reality was not as action packed as it was portrayed in the movie. If that would have been, people would have not sat through that movie because it took hours and hours, number one. But I mean, they made it seem like this grand event. So I just want to bring that up, and I don't want that to detract people. Go to the movie expecting a true story, not an action packed thriller. You know.
Yeah. Oh God, bro.
Poor David.
Fucking reading, dude. This
Poor
nigga's
David.
reading.
Yeah, you're right. Man, Soonie's good. Soonie's good. She catches on that stuff. I watched all 3 parts of this shit because I was like, is he gonna stop crying? And here's Lexit. Amen, brother. Come on, Lexit. Come on.
Why does David J. Harris got a platform and we don't? I just want to know. Do I gotta get on camera and cry and like kiss politicians' butts and then make really corny t-shirts? What do I gotta do? Sign me up. I'm done being truthful at this point because being truthful gets you nowhere, apparently.
You got to get in good with Trump, man. You got to get in good with Trump because it was after he started to get invited to these Mar-a-Lago events. And I just want to say this. A lot of people get invited to Mar-a-Lago events. You have to be able to afford the entry fee. Yeah, you have to be able to afford the entry fee to the country club, which is $3,000. And then you have to afford, obviously, your plane tickets. They do not fly people out. So like when you see influencers there, with the exception of probably some major ones, right? They're not getting paid or, funded to go there. They're doing that on their own. So I think, the ticket is, if you have the money like David does to sit on planes and push your merch and make lives and go to events that you pay to be at and just make yourself known, you sell your soul for the attention, right? Yeah. More detail. So they did not provide a lot of detail. He said in an interview because they wanted to protect the integrity of the story. And also there was a lot of detail that couldn't have been shown because he was very adamant about not showing anything or talking about anything that would in any way turn a potential pedophile who would be watching the movie on. So, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to be watching it. I don't like watching things like this. And quite frankly, it shouldn't take a movie for people to get on board with fighting against something like this. I think this should be for how passionate it is for people. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about for the people who are passionate about this. This should be an everyday occurrence for you.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
I know you so well that when I was watching the movie, I was like, I'm never going to get Soonie to watch this. Just because I knew watching it that it wasn't anything you were going to be able to sit through for a couple of reasons. But I don't think you're somebody that needs to necessarily watch it. But there are some people that I think need to.
Watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to pay attention to your kids. It just is what it is. You can't just let your kids run off and do things like they used to anymore because we don't live in that time period. And
yeah.
I don't even think people should post their children online. And that was a discussion a long time ago. Back when Facebook and all these social media platforms started coming out, they were warning parents against posting their children.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because people don't listen, your children are posted in places where they don't belong and people that they don't know, you have access to them. So
yeah,
I think this is a long time coming and people don't listen.
Yeah.
Don't listen.
I have said this to you about Lopez. Like he's got a beautiful little girl, beautiful little girl. And he posts a lot about her. And I know that like, he's not trying to post anything inappropriate of his daughter, but like videos of her sleeping, videos of her playing while those things seem very like not harmful, very innocent, in the wrong hands and to the wrong eyes.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah. Look, Nobody will ever see my children unless I want them to. I have people asking me all the time, when are you going to post your kids? Can we see your kids? No. And I'm going to be honest. When I hear people say that, that's weird as shit. You watch me for my opinions. You're not watching me to get a sneak peek into my life. Like, if I invite you into that, fine. But if I haven't invited you and I'm simply doing this, no. My children will never be posted. And the people who see them are the people who are actually friends of the family. And they've been around, but I don't share my private life. I really don't. I keep my private life very much so off of the internet. I don't even post it's rare if you see me post a picture of like, hey, we're at the beach. You know, I don't even do that anymore because how weird people are.
Yeah. It's true.
People try to find a reflection point to be like, ooh, there's her kid. Like, people are weird as shit, bro.
And FYI, you know, on these on the dark web, I think it's called, if you, let's just say you post a picture of your child sleeping, right? And somebody wants to post a video on the dark web of child porn, they could take a screenshot of your child because she looks cute, use it as their thumbnail to lure people into the video. So think about that for a second. Even though the video may not even contain your child, just the thumbnail. Just think about that for a second. That would sicken me to think about that. You know what else I hope that this movie does, like on aside from like the child trafficking side of it, is I think it's gonna bring more awareness to people who are consumers of porn that maybe do so just, they're thinking, oh, well, it's natural to masturbate and I use porn to do so. I think there's going to be maybe an awakening there of people who have never thought about the fact that sometimes the porn that they're watching could contain underage people. And they're not even thinking about that, right? Like, they're assuming that those are adults and those are consenting of age, right? That's another food for thought.
Yeah, people should consider all these things on the internet.
Yeah.
If we don't trust the internet, and the internet can be used for bad and censorship, this, that, and the third, and our data is not safe, then there is no reason to be posting your kid. If you're worried about, if you're more like this is, I just thought about this. More people are worried about data than they are posting every fucking thing they do in their lives. Like, there's a geotag. I don't know if people know this. There's a geotag on every picture you take in your phone unless you turn the feature off.
Yeah.
Okay. So they can literally go in and just scrape the data from the photo to find out where the fuck you were. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
I don't care about China.
Video games.
I don't care about none of that.
Video games too, right? If you're a gamer, they can do the same thing with your gaming.
You can look up your IP address to localize, but it won't give a precise location. But yeah, this is why people use VPNs now. I'm a person. I turn VPNs on depending on what I'm doing on the internet, because the internet it's the World Wide Web, and there are people who are mining for your details, anything they can about you. When you sign up on a website, right? When you go sign up for a free trial, you're automatically putting your information into a database where it's shared. They're selling your emails, dude. Like, why do you think we get all these spam mails? From what? Like, my inbox is full of spam from websites that I've never gone to. But because I sit there and I sign up for something, all that stuff is already auto-populated. You can simply type S on my computer and Soonie and all my information will pop up.
Yeah. And somewhere in Elon Musk's mansion, he's got 10, 15 robots, AI robots sitting there just consuming all that information.
Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, man.
You got a lot more to be worried about than people stealing data and sending it to China. America's fucked all on its own. Forget China, forget Ukraine, forget all these other places. We got issues, man.
You notice we haven't talked about China since Ukraine came on the block. It's now Ukraine, Russia. No more China. Isn't that amazing? How China just magically fell out of our mouths?
Afghanistan is gone.
Mhm.
13 soldiers that are dead is
Mhm.
gone.
Mhm.
What other conflicts did we have? All the bombing we did in Somalia, oh, that's gone.
Mhm.
None of that matters. The drone strike that our president confirmed that killed children and a man who had nothing to do with what was going on in Afghanistan, that's gone.
Mhm.
What else? Zelensky got rejected from NATO, which is no fucking surprise. They will never be accepted into NATO because then we would get to see what everyone's fucking doing.
Mhm.
Why would Biden do that? NATO is shitty all on its own. The UN calls the shots. Okay. You want to know who's controlling all this stuff? Go ahead and get into foreign policy.
Oh,
Foreign
yeah.
relations. Go for it.
You
That's
should
what
do
I
a
sit
whole
around
show.
and do all day.
You got to do a whole I'll just sit back and listen because I have a lot to learn. You should do a whole show on foreign policy.
It's fun. You know who else is great with foreign policy? Deontay.
Oh yeah, why don't you bring Deontay on? And well, but see,
We
this is
would
the
never
thing.
talk.
I know that's the truth. That is the
We
truth.
would
And
never
then
get a chance to talk.
somehow he would turn it into a race. He would find a way. Deontay, shout out to him. Did he have his baby yet?
I don't think so. Not that I know. He hasn't hit me up yet.
Because he's kind of been MIA.
Well, you know, after this person won't be named, but matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell you on here. I will talk to you off camera to explain why he's not. He's taking a break.
Oh, tea
that won't be shared publicly.
I know. Am I a gossiper about other people's business that I know? I had to qualify that. Yes, I do gossip. Yes, I do talk about people, but they're usually people I don't really know. Okay. And I qualify the statement by saying I don't really know. But if you're my friend and you want to confide in me in something,
There's a lane
for
for
you.
that.
I'm here for you.
Listen, I've told most stuff and it's never come out. So no, I don't. You're not a gossiper. If it ever did, we would definitely square up. For sure.
I won't.
I'm taking a flight to Texas and I know your address and I'm like, you can open the door and I'm just gonna be like, oh.
Yep.
It's because we're fighting.
And I've never even talked to anybody that I think I trust or that whatever. No. Not even said, oh my gosh. No.
That's
No.
what Soonie said. No.
You want to tell stuff to a girl like me because my memory, something's wrong with it, and I don't remember things, right? So like it goes in and out, in and out. So I'm the ultimate person you want to confide in because I'll forget about it.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Sophia. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Listen. 7 o'clock. We haven't talked about Ruby. What happened to Ruby? She in jail
Whatever
yet?
happened to Ruby? Her and her daughter need to be in jail cells for stealing the election. Y'all stole it.
You just spoke the forbidden words. Sorry, YouTube. We didn't say that. We were just referencing Ruby Freeman.
I don't think it was actually stolen.
Listen, the election was 100% fair. There was no funny business whatsoever. Say it, Soonie. You're black. They'll believe you.
No funny business.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
Biden won and he got 81 million votes. And he probably will win the next election.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't he? 80 million votes? Like you're telling me he's not going to be the most popular president of all time?
Shit. Look, I saw Biden at the beach and he was kicking and moving. I said, whoa, look at that vibrant president we got.
Exactly. And you can see crack nowhere, right? No crack anywhere.
No crack.
We're just clearing.
Did you see how all the people were enamored with him being there? They were just like, oh,
I know.
Mr. 81 million, he's here. Did you see that?
I mean, when he talks, people listen. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you?
Biden at the beach. I'm sorry. Before we go, I have to show Biden at the beach. The amount of people that were surrounding him, just so excited that he was there, was crazy.
Was he in some swim trunks?
Yeah, he was in his little skivvies.
I didn't see this picture.
Look. Somebody come look at this. Look at Mr. Biden. Look at him. Just so vibrant and alive.
Wait a minute. Let this video play. That can't be him. No way. What? What? Is that really him? Is this a joke? Are you sure?
Look at security.
Where's security? Is that a female agent that's like sitting facing away from them? Oh, okay.
There's see the man back there. Why would he be on the beach with nice shoes?
Dude, something's not right here. See that chick facing away from them? That's a female agent for sure.
Look at all these people so happy to see Biden. Oh my goodness.
Dude, there's no way. Like, this must have just been for like a photo op. There's no way that he was just like, I want to go to the beach. And they just took him to the beach. I have never seen a president at the beach in his swim trunks. Has anybody else ever seen a president? Oh, they're saying that wasn't really him. It was a body double.
So this is the most popular president in U.S. history, y'all. 81 million votes. The election was not stolen. Nobody, I mean, everybody noticed he was there. And Secret Service did an amazing job with keeping the president safe.
Can I just ask a question? Because, you know, the president has to wear a bulletproof vest everywhere he goes. Okay. He's clearly not wearing a bulletproof vest.
Yep.
How can Secret Service possibly protect him unless they're just hoping something happens so they could just be relieved of duty? But how is that possible? I'm not buying this beach scenario.
No.
I'm going to look into it. Hold on. I'm going to consult with the conspiracy.
President Biden, bro. President Biden was chilling, bro. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Stop. Somebody put a diaper on him.
Look at that.
I'm going to get in with the X-22 tonight and see if they mention this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the memes. Yeah, there's no way. And you can't be having somebody who can't even walk right on straight, hard ground, walking on unstable sand.
Oh, wait, you want to see how strong our president was walking behind the king of England?
Oh yeah, he walked in front of her.
Oh,
disrespect.
Wait, no. Wait, do you remember when Trump did it?
Yeah, he walked in front of her.
Oh, let's just show this beautiful video.
Oh man.
How disrespectful.
Look at King Charles. He's like, can you walk faster, dude? What do you think? They got like a 2-year-old toddler luring Biden down the aisle?
Biden has a constant face of just like
confusion.
Hey, he's just like barely there. But dude, that's our president, y'all. The 81 million votes right there.
I love when they try to talk about that video of Trump walking with the Queen. She loved him. Okay. She probably didn't mind this at all. She loved him.
This was a fun show, y'all. I hope people liked the beginning of the show where Mo laid out. I am on another platform. There's people watching me on Instagram. Mo laid out why conservatives look completely insane on the topic of the sound of freedom, the criticisms that are coming out, the connecting of the dots that have been connected that don't deserve to be connected. I think people just need to go outside and touch grass just for like a whole hour.
Mm-hmm.
Go outside and touch grass, please. Like, go flip on a trampoline, go for a walk, put your phone down. Can't tell you how great it's been. I've gotten accustomed to not going live so much to the point that I don't even like going live now. I'll go live for like 10, 15 minutes and then I'm like, all right, let me get off. Unless it's like an awesome topic, I tend to just go debate, get off, go outside, take the kids to the pool, unless there's shit in the pool.
Tell that story.
Everybody saw that. That was so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Somebody let their child take a poo-poo in the pool and didn't say nothing, and I stepped on the turd. And they didn't even drain the water, y'all. They just scooped the particles out and poured bleach in the spot.
Oh,
how disrespectful. So that was my experience. On top of getting my tooth pulled because I thought I had a migraine. I had a dramatic fucking week.
Dude, for real. I didn't even know all that was going on.
Week.
I didn't even know all that was going on. You had a lot going on. Quite a bit.
A whole lot of.
But you survived. That's all that matters.
I'm still here. So, thanks for the people who support and watch. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so that you never miss another live. Please go stream Loza's new song that is not politically driven so that he does not quit music. And I'm doing it publicly.
Yeah.
Because Lo is a nice one. Okay. I tend to kick Loza into gear when I talk shit. And I told him if he kept the shenanigans up, I said this multiple times, right? Right?
Yes.
I heard me say it.
Yes.
You keep the shenanigans up, I'm coming out talking shit. So here I am.
Yeah.
Can you please go straight? Matter of fact, let's just do this.
Hold on. Wait. Before you do it, because Loza is still not allowing us to play his shit and we get copyrighted for everything. So pause it continuously because I can't afford. Yeah.
I can't afford. Okay.
You got it pulled up because I got it pulled up.
I do have it pulled up.
Okay. I freaking love this song, by the way. It's he made wait, which one are you talking about? The song about the meme girl?
Yeah.
Okay. So he made a song about the chick on the plane, y'all. Not real. Go show Loza, please, right now, some love. Tell him somewhere in the middle sent you.
Believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am
telling you right now, my niggas don't even fight. And I'm telling you right now, speaking on me, it's on sight. And I'm telling you right now, I never get caught without the pipe. And I'm telling you right now, see your ass up to the light.
Hey, that hat though.
I know he's been rocking that on the
And
live.
I'm telling you right now, the street beef shit can get ugly. I got the pole on me right now, and you can fade away like Kobe. I know my niggas better not rap now, cause too many rappers be folding. Like I told you, y'all better pipe down these hollow tips with your vultures. And I'm telling you right now, you got a problem, it's over. Chopper get the popping and
Pause
the
it.
in the stove, and my killers.
You can't go crazy. I'm not paying him no fucking money. Telling you right now. I love this song. I love it. He actually ran it by me before he released it. He was like, Mo, what do you think about this? And I was like, first of all, this woman is a hero to me. I love her. She's a whole vibe. Okay. Go for it. You have my blessing.
It's like ghosts catch a body and we ghost. And I'm telling you right now, run up on me, good night now. Your girl, she a thought and she white. Wow, she slob on my knob, don't write me down. That's what they say when they see her, cause she bouncing off the walls like reverb. Too many Zans and perks, she a reacher. These girls these days need preachers, and these soft ass niggas be creepers. Tell her handle with the tech on the bleachers. I be killing this shit with no feature. Telling you right now.
I love how she's like, I don't give two fucks. That's like my favorite line.
This whole thing is funny, bro.
It's hilarious to me. Oh, remember how last week I said that we had found her and it's not her. The lady was just a lookalike. She came out and made a video and she's like, I appreciate all the love, but this isn't really me.
She's not real.
Dude, the mystery continues.
Go stream Loza's song if you want to know what happens after the. Dang, I tried to do a promotion for you, Loza, and it failed.
Right.
Go stream the song. Okay. I'm not going to be nice to you anymore. All right. You're doing too much whining and spilling your feelings in the air. I want music.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want from Loza. Okay.
Yep.
Offline, that's the homie we talk. That's nigga. He be like, what's up, nigga? I'm like, yo, what's up? We talk. But bro, listen to me. These are MAGA supporters. They're used to hearing you do MAGA rap. You can get a whole new audience. Put the music out and let it speak for itself. And while you do that, please send a donation to our Venmo. So
we were supposed to do this at the beginning. Damn it.
We were?
Yes.
Well, you didn't tell me.
I'm telling
You didn't tell
right
me.
now.
So I'm telling you, right? That was nice. That was a good one. I like that.
That's gonna be the new line right now. I'm telling you right now. We're gonna have to like get that clip and just put it in our little sound machine.
We should.
All right,
That's a good
y'all.
one.
Sooni's
I'm
got to
here
get
for
to her
dog.
after party, and this dog, I'm about to choke it out. Okay, he's been me the whole time. He wants to go outside, so I'm like, I gotta go.
All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging with us. Please tune in Friday for more updates and more trending topics and discussions.
Bye, guys.
They say that something's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. They say that something's so offensive.